soon.
That's Aeronok, by the way. We live together. If y'all don't know who that is, like they're also a video essayist. Hey, what's up, guys? First of all, I have to address this morning's crash out. I'm sorry, but like for real, like I was just like, I've been being really frustrated. Why no Twitch? I'll do. Oh no, I said I was gonna do Twitch, but I'm doing Twitch more consistently, like when I can, plan it out. That way I can hit the times, if that makes sense. I just this week I'm gonna be editing a lot, so I probably can't do consistent streams. But probably like when these next videos are out, I'll be good.
I'll try to
What's
pull
up,
up your
guys?
chat so that I can see both chats.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
Aeronok, by the way, if y'all haven't. Oh, Quran! Remember Quran, Aeronok?
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, that's your
Yeah. Yeah, old roommate, like my
yeah.
bestie, Vancouver bestie. Yeah, they invited Quran literally like put me on to so much stuff in Vancouver, invited me to so much places. I have so much love for Quran. I can't wait till I see you again, family. David Gress, you.
Okay, now I can see both now I can see both chats. I can see my chat, I can see your chat.
Mhm.
I'm glad queer theory, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Um
Hey, do you have a community Discord? Yes, I do have a community Discord, but I'm working on it and I don't want people to be groomed yet, so I need to fill it with like mods first. Like yeah, I need a lot of
Oh
mods
my god.
first. Yeah, before I start promoting it more. So right now it's just like Patreon, but it will be eventually. I just, need to find mods
This may be our last chance of getting out of
because
here
I'm
alive.
not the
Sorry,
best.
my voice
There's an
is also
asteroid loaded up in
terrible
the mining
today
bay
'cause I'm
waiting to be
recovering from a
smelted.
cold, which is partly why I'm streaming,
If
because
you attach the SOS
I tried
beacon
to
you can
edit,
launch it away from the
and
ship
it
to
felt...
make a clean broadcast.
You know when you just have like
The
the
beacon's
worst
on the
brain
maintenance
fog?
subdeck. You can launch the asteroid from the control room.
Yeah, my brain's just like, huh?
Damn.
What?
No,
Control room is
I
locked.
totally get that. I miss
And
you
it
too,
looks like they keep
Farah.
an emergency access key on the
But
processing
Aeronok,
subdeck.
Aeronok's been working real hard on this upcoming
Gonna
project.
be easy, could
About
it?
have y'all seen I Saw the
I don't know how
TV
much more of this
Glow?
I can take.
I know y'all have because y'all are queer. A lot of y'all, according to my analytics, a lot of y'all.
I'm 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 really proud of the video. I really like how it's coming along. I hope that people are gonna enjoy it. So.
I think it's gonna be good. I think Aeronok is under hyping it. I read this. I what didn't like. I was sent the script. Aeronok read me the script like 3 times. Like each time I went through it, it was literally like an emotional journey. It's a really well written, well put together script. So it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for people to see it. I'm really proud of what I've done with the script, and yeah, I think it'll be different, and I'm excited to see how people react. I'm also like nervous a little bit as well, because like yeah, I just I got a little heated about cis people. And all of what I'm saying is true and correct and a little necessary, but I'm still like, how bad is it gonna be?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Nah, that makes.
Yeah, I get nervous anytime I start having really strong opinions about a polarized film, and I thought most people love the film, but I'm finding that I think it was more mixed than I thought it was amongst the community reaction, which I found interesting. Personally, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah. I kind of liked it, but everyone has their own takes and queer art. And
yeah, I don't want to be like people are wrong
Yeah.
for disliking.
Yeah.
Most of the reasons I'd seen for people disliking it or not getting it were garbage, but they were also mostly from cisheads. So, but yeah, I'm curious to see how people are going to react to the video and what I have to say about the script, about the film, because I think some of the stuff I'm saying has been said already, but not as well as I've said it, or not as comprehensively. And then a lot of it I just don't think has been said. And I always want to be additive when I'm talking about a work of art, and not just
What you are adding a lot. Like you're saying all this. Well, I think it correlates, and I'm.
Yeah, you know more than everybody else because you've actually heard me perform the script.
I don't know. I feel like you're pulling your own leg right now. It's a good script.
If nothing else, my worst enemy and greatest critic.
It's good to be your own greatest critic. At the same time, right? You gotta know when you're like, I'm doing too much. You know, like I don't know. I feel like it's really good for what it is. Like really good. But I just don't want to spoil a lot. I don't want to spoil a lot. But there's this section specifically. Do you guys remember in the movie I saw the TV Glow, for the people that saw it? Where they're meeting like on the benches and everything. Then they have the talk and it kind of like goes very psychedelic, surreal. Flashes through all the scenes. You see like the Moon Man. That's the person's.
Mr. Melancholy.
Yeah, Mr. Melancholy. Yeah, you see Mr. Melancholy. And all that. Aeronauts has a really good metaphor for that. Like I know I've seen a lot of different like takes on that metaphor, but like I really like Aeronauts' metaphor in kind of the subjective ideations of queer identity that relates to them, and it's gonna streamline really well into the rest of the story. I'm hyping it because y'all should know it's hype. That's what I'm saying. I'm like.
And you're correct, DL Pictures. The soundtrack for that film is unreasonably good, and that's like both the original tracks and the the score and the various needle drops. I mean, some of the needle drops were also made for the film. I'm pretty sure the song by Phoebe Bridgers and what is the band's name? Blanking on me right now. Was made for the movie. They're like the first of the two bands at the like section where they go to the club in his bands. But yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got two headphones on because I was listening to music and I forgot to take these off. So I guess I should do that. I guess that's a thing we do sometimes.
Theory said in my chat, I have one criticism of I Saw the TV Glow. Why did they use I Saw in the movie title? Because now a legitimate sentence is I saw the TV Glow, which is ridiculous. Blubbering anarchist in your chat said double headphones, double listening power.
Oh my god. All mods are created equal. Oh my god. I will hit you sometime about that, David, because I do need mods who are, because I'm not gonna lie, like I am very bad with group chats and stuff. I have a very bad experience with group chats and stuff, honestly, just growing up, like, yeah, but like, so I'm just not the best with it. Like I prefer more like talking to people, so it's I'm trying to like get like a bunch of mods so I can like it's not like I don't want to be inactive in the Discord, but I know I'm not going to be as active as I want to be, if that makes sense.
Well, that's just like moderating is hard. It is a hard and often thankless task. And I don't think most people get what that takes.
Mhm.
I mean, organizing any sort of community space in any context is going to be hard. Yeah.
Hey Cole, hey Rat, how are y'all doing? I love your guys' profile photos. Are we not supposed to hear who you're talking? Wait, y'all
Wait, can they not hear me this
y'all were
entire
not
time?
hearing Aeronok? Othelius, why didn't you tell me? Did you just let that happen because you're actually a hater. You're actually a hater. Oh my god. Oh no, they said we can. But I have to turn it up. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm blaming you, Othelius. You are always blamed. You didn't do anything.
Mom, the girls are fighting.
Okay, I'm hopping. I just gotta adjust some settings real quick.
Sorry, I'm playing Deadspace right now on my screen, so there's creatures trying to eat my face.
Let me Mac or audio capture. Application audio capture.
Okay, good. They can hear you well on my stream, at least. I've lost track
Okay.
of where I am.
Okay, can you hear her now? Can you hear her now?
No.
Yes,
Oh,
no.
I can tell my voice is still off today, and I don't like it. Having like really just silly dysphoria about it right now. It recognizes it.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, I can hear her better. Let's go. Wait, barely hear. Still through the speaker, not the call. That's better. Some people are saying that's better. Some people are saying, "Okay,
Hey,
what's
Enzo.
going on?"
I don't know.
Chat. No, it's legit now. People are okay. I'm gonna wait for a couple more responses. Before we start gaming, please.
Reminder. Gravity must be restored before accessing the control
Can you
room.
try talking for a bit, Aaron?
I don't. Instant social. Speak on command. You'd think I'd be better at that, considering it's my job. Partially.
Warning.
There's like an echo. Okay, so they hear you, but there's an echo kind of.
Okay, there's like an echo. Is your like mic catching your headphones or something?
Anomaly destroyed.
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you.
Is this better, chat? Put my mic a little bit further away. A little bit further away.
Is in my chat? Can you hear Tirrrb okay?
People are saying no echo. Girl. I'm just gonna watch my own stream, honest.
Well, then you're gonna have the most extreme echo because for yourself, if you don't mute it for your stream audience, because they're gonna hear the stream from you.
Reminder. Gravity
Oh no.
must be restored
Okay.
before accessing the control room.
That's much clearer. That's better. You can hear it. Just sounds like you have the phone up here. So like, bro, nah, it's good now.
Okay, everybody can hear Tirrrb.
Anomaly
Okay,
It
good.
could be her. No. Y'all are not incompetent. Y'all are not. This is technical issues.
Sorry.
This is not. Please.
I will
Don't say
occasionally
that.
be reacting to the babies that are trying to murder me in Deadspace.
Okay. Now they're saying even better. Okay. Cool. Okay. Word. I'm gonna start the gaming then and all that. Okay. Well, how are you doing, chat? There's 30 people in here now. It's sizing up. People are coming in. It's filling up.
Anomaly destroyed.
How's life? How's the day to day?
What's the weirdest thing that happened to you this month?
Oh yeah, that's a question. What's up, Alex? How you doing? How you doing,
I don't know why
Alex?
that's the question I thought of, but
I'm just setting up my Minecraft so we can do that right now.
how much dedicated wham do you need for your Minecraft?
You know, I need.
I'm sorry.
I
I
need to
should...
RAM for my Minecraft.
Oh no, I think I glitched myself. I got physics
Tired.
glitched and died.
Oh, someone donoed. I forgot to read it out.
Oh no.
Thank you for the dono person. The bar is filling. Oh my god. Y'all are cool.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
still-
feel like supporting, donate on either stream. It's going to the same place anyway.
Yeah.
Food for us.
Yeah, do I.
Maybe you can dump him into that gravity beam with your Kinesis gun.
Oh man, this is like the Matrix. Look, I'm like Uzumaki.
Oh, I was excited that Uzumaki's Spiral was getting an adaptation, you know. I was like, oh, that'll be cool, right? It turns out it was really bad.
Really?
Because yeah,
It was bad?
so the first episode is good, and then they changed animation houses, and the second episode is like complete garbage. And I'm like so disappointed because I'm like, yeah, like the animation quality dips like ridiculous. Someone was sending me screenshots, and it's like, it's almost funny how bad it is, like genuinely.
They said they cut the budget in the second episode.
Yeah. They like cut the budget like significantly, not a small amount, but like a large amount.
I hope you get better, Alex. 54 people. This is the most people I hope y'all know this is the most people I've ever had in a live by far. Like by
Damn, that is a lot of people. I've got 13 in mind for content.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Oh, that's good.
I know a lot of y'all are new, and a lot of y'all probably haven't binged like the old videos and stuff. But Aeronok has helped with a lot of old videos. Probably my most proud of video because it's stapled on my page. The Spider-Verse video, Aeronok played a huge role in that. The Jubilee series, Aeronok played a huge role in that. There's gonna be a video coming out at the end of the month. Hopefully, Aeronok's gonna be in that one.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in one, but then I got that cold and I couldn't film.
Yeah.
And I was, I'm no
Yeah.
joke. Which shout out to you for helping me while I was sick. I got this horrible cold and I basically slept for like nearly 24 hours on Friday, I think. And at one point I just like could not get out of bed and I just had to be like, yeah, can you make me some food from across the house? So, yeah, you're the best roommate.
It's cool. We take care of each other.
We do. That's
Gravity must be
yeah.
restored before
That's just what you do with family. You look after each other. Me too, Thelius. Thelius in my chat saying, preying on Jubilee's downfall still. Every day I hope that what didn't evidence come forward that they're like CIA funded too, which is
oh, that makes sense. The discourse
Right?
makes sense. No, the
It
discourse
makes
makes
so
sense
much
between
sense.
Africans and black people. That makes sense now. That makes sense. It's
Yeah, I think I saw
all 313 anomalies destroyed.
sorry, I'm still brain foggy from this cold. I'm like 90% better. But it is making me very confused, which is why I just like gave up on editing because I'm like I am too brain hurt to edit. Editing requires like creativity and thought. But yeah, Think Peace Tribe was talking about it. And yeah, I just left it with a comment on their TikTok like, everyone should have listened to Tirrrb and I, just saying.
There's some goodness. There's some goodness.
No, and like, people should not go on Jubilee. I still find it funny that Noah almost went on Jubilee.
Oh, I forgot about that. No, it would be so funny.
That would have been so funny.
Like the discourse, obviously, I'm not saying, okay, objectively, I'm saying the discourse, awful, right? But subjectively, Noah is a silly little human. Like, I love Noah.
Like, it would have just been funny. It just would have been
Noah,
funny.
like, talking to, like, a bigot, it would be so jokes. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It would be terrible. Like, it's not a good thing. It would not be a good thing to exist. And I don't think that like anyone in our spaces should be legitimizing Jubilee by participating in their like method of conversing for reasons that Tirrrb and I have, you know, we laid out in detail why people should not be doing that. But like, yeah. It's just like so. Don't.
Yeah, Jubilee.
Aphelios.
Othelius, what are you? I need to pull up your chat because this guy's talking trash. Hey, he is. I know.
Yeah, a person we know did go on.
That's the key.
I was not impressed with that decision.
Launch the asteroid. Don't forget the beacon first.
Or and
I will not comment
but
unless
I'm not,
I start a civil
I'm not
war.
going to create the drama of civil war. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is all I will say.
Yeah. Tirrrb, what are your thoughts on neural rights? What? So they're just learning about how apparently people can read minds now. What?
What?
I don't know about any of this, honestly. If you're talking about neural rights and like having ADHD, I could speak a little bit to that, but I can't really speak about.
You mean nerd
I don't know.
divergence?
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't read about these papers.
I'm sorry.
know.
I need to know what like that sounds like the most pseudo.
Someone said it's true. I was the mind reader. Are y'all going for anything specific on this Minecraft playthrough, like a challenge or a theme? No, I'm going on that Minecraft playthrough, but if you want to watch more Halloween, like what Dead Space?
I'm playing Dead Space, the original.
Yeah. Dead Space
My
content.
computer- My computer can just barely play. I was able to play through Dead Space Remake on my computer, but it was stressing the computer, so I don't want to try to stream it because I feel like chat would be getting like 10 frames per second and the game would crash, you know? But I'm hoping to upgrade the computer
Please recycle any unused materials.
when I've saved some money and I'm not just like surviving paycheck to paycheck, and then I'll be able to do that. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Let's go!
Athelia said they fucked around and found a new Professor X.
Professor who?
Yeah, you're like the X-Men. To me, my X-Men.
I thought you were talking about Dave. I thought you were talking about the rapper. I was like,
I love that. I love that, like. That's so good. Totally different.
I'm coming for you. One day. No,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
actually
coming
not
for
actually
them?
YouTube. No, YouTube. I'm not coming for nobody. YouTube, actually. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, YouTube.
Phrasing,
I'm a very nice
phrasing,
person.
love, phrasing.
Yeah, I love like just sitting down and like having fun and just having a beer with the boys and the brewski and with the like.
What a beautiful boys.
Is that how you get boosted in the algorithm? Let's have a brewski with the boys and the brewski barstool.
Also, Caruther's saying, second weirdest thing was my new physiotherapist randomly telling me to start going on a keto diet. Wild.
Oh my god. Okay,
Don't.
someone
Oh, sorry.
someone donated. Let me pop up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
Thalias, for context, because we live in the awful prairie provinces, and, like, that is just, like, a thing of the accent here. Thalias making fun of you for saying brewski. But, like, Tirrrb's just mocking the white boys that live around us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bud,
someone
we're gonna go get a fucking brewski, 2-4 down there, and we'll just go do some shinny. Hey, send a real heart.
Yeah.
You wanna go down to the ODR and get some Tims with the boys back? You wanna
Oh yeah, you gotta fucking hit up the Timmies.
Yeah.
puff a doobie and maybe hit a mad zin? Was it
There's
is it
something...
Zintober? Zintober, boys? Zintober?
There's something unique to the Saskatchewan, Alberta, Manitoba prairie province queer experience. To be honest, I think a lot of the reason why I really appreciate Chaperone getting big and being like, hey, queer people in these like really isolated, really rural places do matter actually. Stop being shitty about them. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the thing with like people. But first, let me read the donations and then I'll. Thank you because I took a while to read the donations. Inertia of Motion. Thank you so much, Inertia of Motion, for donating. Also, thank you to Azur Windress. Says, I know it's not much, but I appreciate. What? No, it's a lot. But thank you. Yeah. But when we talk about the South, or when we talk about
the prairie
cities
provinces, which is just the Canada South. Like, it's the same.
The Canada South, which is basically this idea of like this rural area, right? First of all, those rural areas, who gets sent in first to like go in and build the initial cities? Those are the really poor white people first. Really poor white people first, and then after they get a lot of money, and then what do? They bring in, well, this is the Canadian market. I don't know about the USA market, but they get, so I might be speaking on my ass when it comes to this global South, because global South started with slavery, and that's the plantation system, that's sharecropping, and that's so much other things you could get into. But here, if I'm talking about here specifically, they needed a lot of jobs for like building the railroads all the way to Vancouver. They needed some jobs for there's a Sudanese history you can read about Sudanese people in Calgary who actually worked in a lot of factories and developed a lot of workers' rights for a lot of people across Alberta, which is wild that Sudanese people have a history before me. That's weird to like fathom. But there's a lot of marginalized history and marginalized oppression that gets neglected when we're like, fuck those states, or like, fuck that side.
Anytime people just start doing the like fuck red states or fuck, it's like you get that the people in those states are oppressed by these systems, right? Like it's not like when we talk about the U.S., for example, like gerrymandering and redlining in those states or in some of the worst states possible for it, you know? And like when we talk about here, there's some similar systems in terms of like the votes from the cities count less for silly reasons. I can't remember the whole. Someone with better policy knowledge than me has explained it to me before, but my brain is both out of it from a cold and and it's not my like areas of expertise. So I'm trying not to be like, it's this, because I don't want to pretend like I know more than I do. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's that thing of when you say like, oh fuck these conservative areas,
I think I could disable the lock.
what you're doing is basically throwing all of the black people, all of the indigenous peoples of those areas, all of the queer people, you know, all of the disabled people, every marginalized person in those areas, and all of the women especially, like recently with abortion rights bans, right? Which, to be clear, abortion rights don't just affect women, but I already listed queer people and yeah. When you do that, when you say like, oh fuck those states, what you're really saying is fuck every marginalized person that lives there. And I'm like, you and I have talked about this.
And then that also
like,
feeds into the same oppression that those marginalized people are facing, because they face it from a very a much more bigoted, like Christian, like literal. Over here, at least, I'm not sure about the U.S. But over here, it's
similar
a very
in southern states from people who live there. You know, like I've talked to enough trans women and trans people in general who live down there. That, like it's just it's like we're dealing with the worst of it, and y'all just are like.
And then it's just like spitting on them. Yeah, it's like helping. It's like oh fuck them. Okay, you're literally throwing us into their mouths, right? Yeah. It's the same thing with like Hurricane Katrina or like the hurricanes down south, right? When we're like, oh fuck the south. When a hurricane hits
Helene
and we say
right
fuck
now,
the south,
or Hurricane what the fuck is it? Milton. Yeah, Hurricane Milton.
Yeah.
Like when you it's just like. I think that a lot of people in these better off but not good, because again, there's a lot of problems with the neoliberal, whether it's the Democrats in the U.S. or the NDP or liberal parties in Canada. There's still a lot of issues. Not pretending like there isn't issues with them. But just like, trust me, they are less bad. It's awful, but like I don't know. Living here,
it's also
really,
a very complex, convoluted relationship I find with the prairies, because honestly, there was still poor white people in marginalized housing, right? In like town housing. Well, I call it marginalized. The technical term is town housing, but town housing means something very different in the U.S. Town housing is like think of Section 8, where it's like government subsidized and then like planned. It's like that. With government housing, there's still white people in there, right? Like I still have white allies. I still have allies from like across the fucking map. But the thing, like the thing is, like the problem isn't just I hate
and
this
we can't
whole
just move. Like we're
Yeah.
So your solution to us being oppressed is just move. Well, with what money? Like you know, disproportionate queer homelessness is even worse in areas like this, right? Because there's higher rates of mistreat from family members, etc., from lack of acceptance. So like, if you have less resources, you're not going to be able to move. Not to mention that moving is expensive and difficult, and also removes your support network. And like, moving also means that you're removing other queer people's support network, right? Because like every other queer person that's in that area, they also rely on the other queer people. So, or in your case, the immigrant communities, right? Like everyone's relying on each other to get through this stuff and to survive living in these areas. And then people's solutions like move where? How? With what money?
We talking shade about Canada. I was a townhouse kid too. Took us 12 years to finally move. Hey, Lost Futures, by the way. Lost Futures are amazing video essays. They also make. They're a teacher that does a lot of good content on imperialism, specifically with indigenous movements, land back, and like a lot of things related to Canada, which is really. Like, y'all should tap in and see that, because I know I have, like, a 30% Canadian audience, and if y'all... I don't speak about Canadian politics as much as I should, but Lost Futures does.
People don't have enough frame of reference half the time. Like, it's frustrating, because it's like... I mean, there's a lot of parallelism in the issues in Canada and the issues in the UK and the issues in the US. Because Canada sits at this weird midpoint of having a lot of the same social sort of situations going on as the US, but having the same governmental system as the UK. So there's a lot of there's a lot of crossover, but it's not one-to-one comparable to either of them. So yeah, what often happens, I find, is that, like, as Canadians, we often have to, like, relate stuff that's happening here to, like, other things for people to care or listen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because do any of you guys know what a representative government is? A representative government? Y'all know what that is? That's what Canada's government is. Like, if we were to even, like, start off, like, that's where we would start. And I bet 99% of y'all don't know what that is. You know what I mean? So it's like when you relate U.S. politics and everything, I more so find it easier to relate things in tandem with racism and subjection to, like, things of, like, queer marginalization and things like that, because they still work very much the same ways institutionally.
Yeah, you know, like anti-queer Christian stuff, there's a lot of crossover there. Yeah.
Sorry we went on a tangent though. Like, yeah,
No, but it's all good. We're talking about important stuff and we're having a nice time. So, yeah, Kruthir is saying, not to mention leaving those areas might mean leaving all of your family and familial support and existing support system. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I was talking about. Like, for me, if I leave Saskatchewan, right, I lose my parents, my sibling that, like, lives upstairs, you know. I'd be moving away from my girlfriend. I'd be moving away from all of my queer friends I made in university. Like, that's difficult. And I know you went through that to an extent when you moved from Edmonton, right? Yeah, like, it's just hard. It's just hard to...
And I know all my people from marginalized areas feel me, where sometimes you just have to move. Like, sometimes it's, like, not even a question. Like, sometimes it's like, yeah, you gotta leave.
Sometimes
it was one of those situations. Yeah. But then you find found family. Thank you.
You find people that support you. Yeah, no, and
Shout
also,
out to Aeronoc,
like,
aeronoc.com.
Yeah, really valuable that Ophelia said, Americans, Canada's so nice, Toronto people, tell that to the Toronto police. Like, seriously, the cops here are awful, and often they find ways that are much more devious of killing people than in the U.S., because it's a lot harder for cops to get away with shooting someone. Though they do still do it. But there is more regulation to some extent. But they'll do shit like Starlight Tours in Saskatoon, where they dump someone outside of the city who's, like, drunk. Usually an Indigenous person, almost exclusively an Indigenous person.
Yeah. Like
in
hunting.
the snow, and they,
Hunting.
Like,
I hope y'all know hunting. Like, they go out and they hunt for homeless Indigenous people, and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna bring you home." Back in the 90s, back in the 70s, they used to put blankets on them, and then acted like all generous and was like, "Oh, we're gonna bring you home. We're gonna do then just dump them in the middle of the forest, and the blanket had polio, or was it polio?
No, they didn't. You're mixing up two different things, different eras of stuff. You think like stuff from the 1700s, but they would just dump them out in the cold in, like, -40 outside of Saskatoon, and they'd freeze to death. Or like in the last couple of months, I saw TikTok breaking down, like, I think it was 2-3 weeks ago. I saw TikTok breaking down the number of kills in the last 2 weeks in Canada from cops, mostly of Indigenous people, and, like, a number of them had run people over. Like, cops kill people by running them over a lot here. Actually, that's, like, a really common form of violence against marginalized people in Canada. Like, I've had someone try to run me over for being trans. I remember when... sorry. It's upsetting.
No, it's
I was helping with a Trans Day of Remembrance stream, and just the number of trans people whose cause of death was someone running them over with a vehicle, like, really hit me on what that, like, because I still have some trauma response to that experience. Like, I talked about it a little bit in the Midnight Mass video a long time ago, but, like, what I didn't mention in the Midnight Mass video is that wasn't the only time it happened. And it hasn't happened in a long time. I mostly pass now from a distance. Like, I mostly get harassment either because the people are being, like, creepy and sexual because I'm a woman, or they interpret me as a lesbian and say homophobic shit, which isn't good, but it's less dangerous often in terms of harassment. But, like, when I was early in transition, I got a lot of that stuff, and I just, yeah, like the cops here will do that type of shit because they can try to get away with like nonsense defenses about like, oh, like the person ran out in the street while we were trying to get to a call or some bullshit like that, right? Like they, and it's just, there's something like really insidious, I think, about the ways in which neglect is used as violence in Canada. Like, see also the horrible misuse of the maid system, right? Like, I've had a few instances in my life where there's people that are close to me where I'm like, I think maid would have actually helped them at the time, but it wasn't available. Like my grandfather, right? When my grandfather, he was happy with his life, he was gonna die anyway, right? He was on dialysis, and he decided, like, I'm happy with my life, I want to go out on my own terms, you know? I know they gave me 5 months, but like 3 of those months would be spent in excruciating pain. And because maid wasn't available, he had to go through a lot of pain for the last like 2 days of his life because he just went off of all of his life support systems, right? So it's I'm not against the concept of maid in and of itself, right? And for people who don't know, that's medical assisted. I can't remember what the last 2 words are. But death.
Death? Yeah.
It's dying with medical assistance, and I don't think one should compare it to suicide because I don't think it's the exact same thing. And suicide is something that's done out of desperation usually, and so this is a heavy topic. Holy shit! But the point is that like maid has become a way for the government to get rid of homeless people and disabled people that they don't want to care about. It's like, I think Canada, like the US will be in your face about it. Canada does this sort of insidious, like, death by 1,000 cuts of tiny bits of abuse and neglect. A lot of neglect.
On top of like this smiling like peace niceness.
Oh yeah,
like, that's the Canadian
niceness.
kindness.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Canadian kindness you always hear about.
Yeah.
It's always an underlying thing to be complicit with marginalization, honestly. In my opinion, in my experience.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live right now? We're in Canada. I don't want to dox us, but
I've talked about living in Saskatchewan and Saskatoon before, so it's not too big of a deal, but like I'm not going to give anything more than that.
Yeah.
Saskatoon's a decent sized city. It's like someone saying they live in LA. It's not going to dox them. It's large enough that there's like distinct regions one could live in. But yeah, no, it's yeah, like I just think that's the major difference between the US and Canada is that the US will be in your face sort of, and Canada it's very the tiny little things, and yeah, no, I think often that's also how we see a lot of the violence still occurring towards Indigenous groups in Canada is like they'll be nice, you know, to the face of people, but when it comes to actual action, there's a lot of neglect. You know, it's like if you've heard about the problems with missing and murdered Indigenous women in Canada, like that's one I think example of neglect, where instead of actually addressing the thing, it's just, you know, thoughts and prayers. And like at a certain point, you got to do something more than thoughts and prayers. That's not gonna help anyone.
Someone said struggling in Alberta right now. Holy fuck. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I genuinely. No, and I'm worried that we're gonna have another Sask Party government in, despite everything they've done to this province. Like when this election happens, I'm worried that they're still gonna. I need to check that my voter registration's good. Randomly reminded that, but like, yeah, I'm worried that they'll get voted in again. Scott Moe and his cronies. Like there's a joke amongst Canadian leftists that Canada is a couple of monopolies in a trench coat. And it's so real.
Yeah, but when you go to Vancouver, it turns into like multiple like just marketing companies in a trench coat. But in the prairies, it's like power companies.
Potash.
It's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like Epcor. It's like well, Alberta.
And in
I don't
all
know
of
much about
and in
Sask.
all of Canada,
Yeah.
it's the pseudo monopoly of the couple of companies that control all
Yeah,
all
Loblaws.
Loblaws. We have this huge problem of most of our food is. I think Thought Slam had a really good video about this. That breaks it down like in detail, much better than I can. But basically, like Loblaws and I can't remember the other ones. But basically, the couple of grocery stores work together to mark up prices to extremely harmful and dangerous degrees, where where the cost of living in Canada has shot up so much, and I just think about like when I started university, how much I spent for groceries, for the same item of grocery, versus now it's like if you want a pound of chicken, you're paying like almost $30. It's obscene. It's like it's awful, and
Yeah, they did.
If the government doesn't start regulating these companies, if it doesn't start controlling prices on groceries, like I don't know how people are going to survive. I think it's like 60% of Canadians are struggling with housing right now, and that's not. I'm not joking about that number. 60%, 60% of Canadian families are struggling with paying rent. At a certain point, you got to be like, you failed as a society. If most people are struggling with housing, that's. I don't know.
Companies crossing the leech to vampire threshold with these prices.
Yeah, no, it's like something's gonna give at some point. It's not gonna be pretty when it does. Anyway, sorry. This is very depressing talk.
Yeah, I kept the
feel bad.
Saskatchewan thing there so y'all could like read through it. But like honestly, like yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
could
exactly.
read
Lost
through
Future
that,
said
yeah.
liberals are wolves in sheep's clothing. The conservatives are Nazis. Yeah, no, like given the false dichotomy of those two options, I'll take the wolves, but it's not going to be pleasant. I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to be like, yippee, I gotta fight wolves. But, wolves can be scared with fire, if that makes sense. You can put pressure on them in terms of organizing. The conservatives just don't care. There is no... Yeah. But it's bullshit that we have to, quote unquote, select between the two at all.
I have no comment on the party system. I don't
It's
care.
so
I hate the government. Sorry.
I hate them.
I just cannot even talk about. I can't talk about supporting them. I can't talk about voting. But if y'all do you, like y'all are not in trouble.
Oh, fuck them. They're awful.
Yeah. I'm interested in what socialist economic media could look. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna be honest.
what did they
I've never
ask?
heard of that term. Socialist economic media. I've never heard of that term.
Like media about?
I'm not sure. Everyone joined the Discord. Yeah, there is a Discord, guys, but remember that it's not being promoted right now, so please keep it low key. I feel like American politics overshadow every other country so often it gets hard to keep track of what happens. Because America's just so strong. They're just such a superpower. Like whatever happens in America sways the world, right? Like America supports Dubai. Now there's 100,000 people in South Sudan dying. Like with one motion, with one bill. Like it's when you vote, you're voting for. That's what I want y'all to rationalize too when y'all think about genocides and y'all think about war too, of like these bills like contribute to hundreds of thousands of deaths. Like who you're putting into parliament contributes to hundreds of thousands of deaths. Like put a lot of pressure on your people, please. And community. And one thing that people don't talk about is the how much you could do community building on the ground, like for yourself and for the people around you, right? You could very much pressure a lot of your MPs into putting things like maybe like queer clubs in schools, like, or maybe like I know that's been done by a lot of Vancouver people, community groups I've talked to. Things like more money into programmings and underfunded housing. Things like more money into green shacks, because there's green shacks all around Edmonton. Things like that, like which actually like help refugees we like take in, which help like people, because after the bombs drop, right? If you're saying the bombs are gonna drop, it's gonna be inevitable. Like fuck you, but if that's your position, word. Like if the bombs drop and that happens and the refugees come over here, they're gonna be traumatized as hell, right? They're gonna be traumatized. They're gonna be going on their day to day, like literally just like out of their mind, thinking about like the safety of their aunties, their uncles, everyone they've ever loved. So like we have to also give them some type of like therapy or some type of like, you know, like structure or community or
community.
Yeah.
Also, like,
because that's helped me incredibly as a Southern Sudanese person. We had a green shack, we had basketball programs, we had like reading programs. The conservative government got all of this from my old North Side neighborhood.
Yes.
Like, but that's literally what made me a video essayist. I wouldn't be here like as literate as I am, like admittedly, like as like into politics as I am. I'd probably be interested in something else maybe if like the teacher didn't put like a book in my hand and told me read a series of unfortunate events. You know, like it. There's things
that you can do in your community, and it's like. Like, yeah, anyone who thinks that like voting is like a big like beginning and end of political action doesn't understand anything about politics. Like, it's so absurd that people act like that, because it's not like there's so much you can do, and also like there are so many like orgs and things in your community that are looking for volunteers. If you're willing to do that, like you can really help people in meaningful ways. And it's not even just the big stuff, it's the small stuff. Like you were talking about sport, right? I was coached for a long time, and a lot of the athletes that I coached, especially when I was volunteering, were from immigrant families. Many of them were refugees, right? And like, if you can be a part of giving those kids a structure and a space where they're respected, where they're treated well, and where they're not, you know, like that can mean the world. Like sport, like it sounds silly, but I think sports can really help people. Like it rowing, and my coach in rowing like genuinely saved my life. I wouldn't be alive today. I would have probably attempted a second time, and you know, but like because I had that support, and because I had someone who, you know, whose sister was trans and who cared about and understood marginalized people in general, like that type of stuff means everything. And there's all sorts of ways that you can do that for kids. You know, there's reading programs at libraries that are often looking for volunteers, right? You can help with that. Like,
remember when they had that reading program where they were like summer reading, you read this much, you get like a piece of candy. I would read the hell out of books. Like,
it was so good. Like, it was such a great system. And it's like there is, if you're willing to look for it, there's ways that you can help people. Like, genuinely, one of the things that makes me most sad about my disability isn't the way that it makes it hard for me to do stuff for myself. It's that it's made me really hard for me to do volunteer stuff. I haven't done much volunteer stuff in a while, because like I just have enough energy to like do the amount of work I need to survive, and that's it. And I really miss doing stuff like coaching and things because like it has an impact on people, and it's how you connect people, and like I think we're all and the other thing too that you can really do as well, like is talk to the people that you work with, right? And look at like union organizing as well. That's a really powerful way of getting people supported and connected. Union efforts in the last couple of years have shot up so drastically and so positively. And I think if
Entering zero gravity.
switch between screens. Sorry.
Thank you for Oh, by the way, guys, I know a lot of y'all have been asking. This is Aeronok. This is Aeronok. They work with me with a lot of videos. Not like the recent videos, because I know a lot of y'all are new and are coming in from the recent videos. Not as much of the recent videos, but like if you go like anything from like probably the Spider-Verse back, Aeronok has touched in some kind of way, whether it's writing or feedback. You know, they're a really good video essays, and they're here. I know I'm sub to her, Samantha. Also, I forgot to also read the chat. And the donation. Thank you, Elo, for the donation. Elo said, I'm opening it up.
The other thing that's important too is that I think community building. Someone was talking about doomerism and the way it affects people. Like community building is, in a lot of ways, it's not the cure, but it is decidedly a powerful measure of fighting against that. I think it's very easy to, if you just sit around at home and stuff, and you interact with nobody, and you have no connection with the people around you, to feel very hopeless, especially with the way that the news cycle works now, because you don't hear good news. Good stuff is happening all of the time around you in tiny little ways that are often unrecognized and uncared about. But when you go out and you help Foods Not Bombs, for example, right? You feed people. You see that impact, and you see the way that you help people. If you go out and join a protest, you gain an awareness that there are a lot of people here that care. When the Sask Party pulled the nonsense that they did around trans kids being basically legally have to be forcefully outed to their parents if they tell a teacher, right? The overwhelming pouring out of support in Sask and Regina in terms of like teachers protesting and stuff was extremely shocking, and in a positive way to me, to see that type of impact, because it wouldn't have happened when I was a kid, I think. And that has a real impact on people, you know.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. I've been through therapy in the UK for free, and it's not good. Like, it helped, but I got told him to. Yeah. Sometimes it's like sometimes it's literally your situation. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's well, for a lot of people, most of the time it's their environment. Like what you grow up around, like your family dynamics, like da-da-da. And I feel like depression is just like a lasting emotion to it, or like a kind of numbness to it. At least maybe I'm speaking too much out of my experience, but to me, if I were to relate to like a numbness to the environmental experience of being like constantly depressed and marginalized and having to like survive in some type of way and develop a bunch of survival mechanisms, then when you get out of that, and then it's like, oh, live in a place healthily. How do you even live healthily? You know, that takes years.
Yeah,
and years.
This is what I talk about in the I Saw the TV Glow video. I think I read the other day, where I talk about like the air's gonna be frigid if you spent a long time in the boiling pot. You know, like when you acclimatize to harmful environments, your brain doesn't know how to function in a normal one. A lot of times, trauma creates in us maladaptive strategies for basic functioning because they function in the context of the traumatic space, you know? Like, when you are in an abusive situation, you become like hyper aware of everybody else's emotions and things. But that can result in like that hypervigilance and stuff can result in you being overly paranoid, and it's like and acting poorly towards people around you and being suspicious of them when you don't need to be, or there's no reason to be.
Yeah. I am not gonna lie, chat. That was like me and Aeronoc's experience. That was like me with Aeronoc. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get kicked out. But like, no, like, I don't know. It's like
Never.
it's a thing. It's a thing. Like you,
But it's like,
you will
I
grow
really
with-
get it, so
Yeah.
I never took that personally, because it's like,
Yeah.
I've been through
Yeah.
that exact feeling of like,
Oh,
and
for,
now
for
they're gonna turn
context
on
though,
me.
guys, I forgot to tell y'all, like, Aeronoc has literally like taken me in when I was like at my lowest. So like, shout out to Aeronoc. You have to shout out to Aeronoc for that. That's the context of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I really did anything special. I just, like, you're my family, and you needed help, and that's, to me, like, that's the end of it. And I know that's abnormal in the context of the society we live in. I just hate that. I hate that that's abnormal. Like, that's the thing that that digs at me, because it's like, that should be normal. It should be normal that if you hear, oh, someone that I care about as a sibling is in a bad situation, how do I help? You know, like, yeah, I don't know, and it's like, I'm lucky, and you know, you've met my family, you know my family, and that's just kind of like what my parents are like too. Like, it's just, but it's just sad to me that this has become abnormal in our modern capitalist society. It's not that abnormal in the trans community, I don't think. I think this is very normal.
Now we just have
Like, our living arrangement and how it came about is unfortunately pretty common. And like, you know, like my trans siblings like Jesse and Miranda have both been there for me, or my friend Lunos, or like so many other people have been there for me over the years. Or Jake that was here recently visiting.
Can you get back to the bridge? We need that array online, or we can't receive signals from anyone responding to the beacon.
But I need to like profusely state that like those videos that you're getting that you're loving, because I know they're going 1 out of 10. Like those videos that you're getting that you're loving, that you've got the last 4 months. I've only written the last 4 months. I've only edited the last 4 months. I've only worked on the last 4 months. Like, I literally could not work on anything. It was that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, Erna kind of revived. You could say she revived my YouTube career in a little bit. In a bit of a way. Like, so you have to really, like, I have to really shout out to Erna. And I know this is like glazing, but like, that's my sister. Like, I love her. I love her.
I love you. Like, I just think, I think we as a species, as people, as individuals, as community, like, we just need to be looking for how do we support each other, and how do we get through this, and how do we survive this system, and eventually break this system and demolish this system, but specifically in a way that builds something new and beautiful, you know, from its ashes. I think, like, yeah. No, and I think the biggest thing that I think about a lot is just, yeah, like those... It's not about doing the big flashy thing. I think a lot of people want some big, like, flashy political thing that'll wow everybody and change the world instantly, and I think what's far better is instead, like, how do you take the small steps whenever you can, wherever you can, that build up over time? Because if enough of us take those steps together, you know, that adds up so much more than if one of us burns ourselves out by trying to do everything themselves.
Yeah. Shout out to Aeronok. Y'all have definitely heard, if you heard my last videos, but to all the new people, y'all about to know what that name very clearly soon. How are y'all doing though? How are y'all doing with y'all's lives? Because that's enough. That's enough. Like I feel like I'm gonna cry. Like what's up with y'all? Like how are y'all? Where are y'all finding found family? Where are y'all community building? Where are y'all trying to see good in this world? I just need some good vibes right now. You know what I mean? Like tell me about some kind of good experience, some kind of good marginalized experience, like something.
What's a small thing that you've done in the last while that connects you with another human being?
Aeronox. Someone said, imagine proclaiming your love to someone and they claim you the ultimate D-rider. Oh my god.
What?
Oh no, it's like, cause all the streamers, they're like, whenever you congratulate someone, they're like, you're glazing.
You're glazing.
Yeah.
When you're glazing. I genuinely, I hate the term glazing for two reasons. One, because I think any sort of thing that like mocks genuine, earnest love of other people and art and life is just misery for the sake of misery. You know, like why mock? It's a South Park thing. Like you're glazing.
Mm-hmm.
You like something? You like other people? You're like nice about stuff? Gross. Like it's just
it's like just being evil for the sake of being evil. And only Othelius does that well. Only
and like this, I think there's time and place for being a hater. We all have our moments. There's definitely a little bit of the ice on the TV globe that's just me being like, cis people.
My last video was literally just hating the Daily Wire.
To be fair, so, it was on Matt Walsh, right? So and fuck that guy, because Matt Walsh has like a personal vendetta against Jesse.
Yeah, I watched Jesse's new video. If y'all have y'all watched Jesse's new?
So I gave feedback on the script a little bit, not as extensively as I usually do, but yeah.
I'm gonna read these comments and I'm going into Jesse's video, because Jesse's video goes into a lot that I'm also gonna tackle in something called the Evil Queers, which is a video essay I'm doing later. But Aeronox heard about it. But Alex said, I have autism, so it can be really hard to socialize in real life. But I'm building a small group of queer friends. It's going swell.
I'm autistic. Yeah. I know that may not always come across because I am an actor and a performer. But yeah, no, I'm autistic, and I really get that. Like, yeah, it is harder. It is harder as a neurodivergent person to make friends with the neurotypicals. But regardless of what type of neurodivergence you have, that's why I use the more broad term. Like. Yeah, and as Thalia said, hating is necessary sometimes. I do think that hating is necessary sometimes. I think.
Yeah. Oh, I think happy Indigenous Day, by the way. Keep going there. No? Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out. Like, I think the important thing is that one never gets to the state where they hate the problems more than they love the people they're trying to help. More than they love their own community, more than, you know what I mean? It's like, I find one of the problems with a lot of like allies, quote unquote, allies, is that a lot of them are it's like, okay, that's great that you hate transphobes. Do you respect trans people though? Do you show up for them in your life at all? And I think that's the thing, is that like the hating has a place. It has a purpose. I do think that we should not tolerate intolerance. You know, that the whole paradox, right? Because Also, I just wanted to say, Awkward Ukulele saying, getting started with FEMA relief for Hurricane Helene soon. That's awesome. Lewis said, when people were making runs in the liquor store my sister works at, I did an inventory stock customer service for $7 and a shot of tequila. Making runs the day Milton hit, by the way. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. But yeah,
well,
I
I'm
think,
happy. I'm happy. There's a lot of love that y'all are seeing recently. I've seen like when I went out with to community build. You could ask Aeronock. At first, I was so against that. At first, I was like, the fucking prairies. I'm back here.
No, it's like,
you know,
it is
like,
hard.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
the way I describe it is like the highs are high and the lows are low. Like,
Yeah.
there are so many amazing, wonderful people here that like no one's ever gonna hear about.
No one
is going to know about, but they are here and they are doing amazing work and they're often unsung, and like, yeah, you know.
And it's all the student groups from the college, which is wild. Like it's
The
all
student
the
groups
students
are
taking
generally
charge.
great.
Like they're
as somebody who
like,
used to be
it's
the head
literally-
of one of them, yeah.
It was literally students. Like there was this conservative trucker like going like from Alberta, like coming in and like cursing and everything. And all the students like we threw up the middle fingers. It was so hard. It was so hard. We threw up it was so hard.
I remember a year or two back.
We're like, we're here. We're like putting more signs and everything. That's the rushes I love from community building. Of like, wait, we're all beside each other and we're trying to say something. Like that's cool to me. Like whether you're black, white, that don't matter once you're on the ground. Once the ground, you namaka. Like you're fam. Like I feel like a lot of y'all need to experience that more. Because that's like one of the only things that have like literally been keeping me going in life. Even like it's something you need to feed into.
And it's like it's so valuable to just to spread that. And I think like I think about like a couple years back when they were painting the queer sidewalk on I think it's Broadway Street here in Saskatoon. There's a video of it online of like this like, you know, racist, homophobic dickhead in a cowboy hat being awful and stuff, and I'm like, I think you could focus on that guy, or you could focus on the dozens of queer people there that were like, fuck off. You know, like it's like
exactly.
It's like how
exactly.
do it's that thing of like, I think if you're stuck in hater mode and that's the only mode that you have, that's all you're gonna see of the world, and it's like a self-feedback loop where you're just gonna be caught in like like it's like. If you don't
remember that we do things out of love. We hate out of love. Like the reasons why we hate is because they're trying to stop our love. That's why they're trying to stop us from loving each other, guys.
It's like it really is like it's all about how we sorry, I was trying to snipe something. How we push against those that can't stand community and can't stand love and stuff. And I think it's like, if your politics are based in based purely in like hating, and I think the hating is necessary. I think you need to hate oppression. You do. You have to oppose it. But like, if it's not also based in like genuinely caring about the impact that these things have on the people, and like, I think it leads to very misguided ends, you know. And I think one of the hard things too, in terms of any of these types of situations with oppressors and oppressed, is that like, I think it's easy to fall into seeing those who do harm as inhuman, you know, and it's a lot harder to recognize that they are people too that we are going to have to like reconcile that with, because like punitive justice does not work. It doesn't. So how do we keep our communities safe, and how do we do the productive things that we need to do without compromising on that? It's a hard thing to do, but I think it's just like like I don't know.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Tirrrb, but will this live be saved? I don't really save my lives, honestly. But this live has been a fun one, honestly. This live could have been a whole video essay, honestly. An hour and 15 minutes long already. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're enjoying all the conversations that Tirrrb and I are having here, maybe consider donating to either stream. Either way, the money's just going to us getting food, so...
In the queer clear, we all fam.
Oh my god,
In the
video.
queer clear.
One of my favorite things I've seen recently was someone edited that in with the terrible scene from, what the fuck is that terrible movie? Megalopolis? So go back to the club.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that. And that degree makes you think you're entitled to the riches of my Emersonian mind. Entitles me? Yes. Entitles me? Yes. Entitles me? Yes. I'm obsessed with him. It's terrible acting. It's abysmal. It's the best.
I need to watch this now because so much people have talked about it. Like, so much people have memed it that I'm just like, I want to be in on the joke. Like, I'm probably gonna... 1, 2, 3 movies, by the way, guys, if you want to pirate. That's where I...
Don't say that, we get in trouble!
We can... Oh, sorry. No
That was a
pirating.
joke. That was a joke.
In Minecraft,
To the Canadian government, that was a joke. But yeah, and then he's like, oh, what does he say with that? She's like, you think I'm just, what, a socialite? No, but I reserve my time for speaking with people who think about art and architecture and literature and science. So go back to the club. Why does he say it like that? Go back to the club.
Go back to the club. The shake is wild. Oh my god. Cole said, have a good night. It's super late here too. But insomnia time tonight. See you, Cole. Thank you for being here. And all that. Okay, now I want to get into the Jesse video, and the aspect of policing on the internet. I didn't get... first of all, I want to say shout out to Jesse Gender. Amazing.
We love Jesse.
Amazing video essays. They do really good stuff on their channel. If you haven't watched the
for
Star
people who
Wars
don't
video,
know, I'm their co-writer, and not on every video, to be clear. Plenty of videos I don't work on, but very often. Yeah. Like I'm currently writing a video for them about it's called Androids and Not Androids, but I'll explain that in a minute. Sorry, you were saying.
Jesse basically was kind of the first person to really first video essay that I saw to really tackle Matt Walsh in its entirety with very creatively too. Like the video, they went out and they interviewed people and they were like, yo, what's a woman? Like, and actually like got authentic like takes and everything. Everyone was kind of just chill. Like it was such a different viewing than when Jesse put it side by side. It was a really good visual like analysis of like, no, this is how the Daily Wire is framing situations well. And I want to I have a lot of things to say about Jesse's art and Jesse's takes and everything, but other than that, Jesse basically released this video because the Daily Wire tried to claim some of her content
As copyright. Yeah, they hit Jesse with a copyright strike. It's more severe than claim.
And if you're a YouTuber, you know how severe that is. That's like 3 strikes, your channel's done.
Yeah. Like it's literally threatening your life.
Yeah.
Like in life.
And Jesse's one of the most foundational queer creators on this app. Like she's been here, I think, for around like 5-6 years. By comparison,
like way longer than that. Jesse's been here.
By comparison, I've been here a year and a half. Like you can like if you think my content's like really good, 2 years at this point. Sorry, 2 years and a bit. But if you think my content's really good, I mean, and like transformative for the space, like there was a lot of people like Jesse and like Cat Black and like people like that had to like pave the way for even me to even have a voice or even hate the way I hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the way I hated in my Matt Walsh video, the way I like there had to be people to.
The first video on Jesse's channel is from 16 years ago. But the point where I think it really starts being like the channel that people know it as starts around 7 years ago. But like, yeah, like I think there's a bunch of like really old videos that are deleted. But like, yeah, that is the context. That is how long Jesse's been around.
Good night, Alex. I'll catch you. Yeah, but Jesse's being basically attacked by the DUI, which is weird, because I definitely think they're attacking her trans identity because my video isn't being claimed as copyright or claimed in any kind of way.
Oh no, there's
yeah, I have.
Matt Walsh has a personal vendetta against Jesse. He has mentioned Jesse on air before and stuff. So this is very much targeted, not just at Jesse for being trans, but at Jesse as an individual.
Yeah. So there's a really big, I'll say this is a monumental like time in YouTube for a queer artist to go to court with a literal bigot on the aspects of content online and what you're allowed to talk about and like all of that. So keep your eyes on Jesse because queer content in itself is reliant on breaking molds, right? Like I'm sorry, I can't come on here and talk about like kissing white boys like Taylor Swift does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you could, but the white boys are like, thinking about some of the combos we've had about cis white gay dudes.
Yeah. They be frothing at the mouth sometimes on Grindr. Holy fuck! But damn. But shit, so like when we talk about queer content, we talk about creating spaces for queer creators online. We have to also think about how we're going to protect these queer ideas and how they dissect bigoted content in tandem with a norm that is already inherently in line with that same notion of bigotry, right? And this is different than Jesse's. I want to do my take on this because Jesse does not have the same take on this. Well, Jesse does have the same take on this, but in a very different way. Watch their video. It's an hour-long video. I don't want to summarize it. But in my aspects of like queer identity are very restrictive to to me being perceived as a black mask, right? Y'all can say like, oh no, I don't perceive. I get it. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I walk outside the police office, I still get talked to by police officers and shit, right? There's obviously a very clear prejudice against like some kind of ideation of my gender identity that's not in line with my internalized one. So when I make art and when I make like when I talk about concepts and I talk about queerness and I talk about like things that are from my subjective identity, what I'm doing is combating a bigoted norm of black masculinization, right? That a lot of people inherently see me as or want me to see me as, and we have to make line for multiple avenues of representation for queer identity because queer isn't a monolith, right? Queer is not a monolith. Like, you have to kind of.
Yep.
I'm trying to find a way to get this through cis people's heads in like a concise way. You will be policed heavily by the algorithm in the same way Jesse has. Jesse literally got striked for just kissing someone on screen.
Jesse literally just kissed her girlfriend, and that was enough for them to be like, oh, we're gonna hit you with a thing, and then like after she had to fight it and stuff, eventually they removed it. But in the time that it was affected by that, it like destroyed the video's ability to be seen, and like. Where am I? I'm trying to figure out this puzzle at the same time.
You have to note that Jesse is a monolith of a creator. Jesse employs queer creators. Jesse works with queer creators. Jesse is like literally a very big, like if I don't want to paint Jesse as like a Jesus for queer people on YouTube, but Jesse is doing a lot to set the path for a lot of younger queer people, a lot of younger Gen Z queer content creators, like come up and talk about what they talked about and things like that, while shouting us out. Like I've been in 3 of Jesse's streams, 2 of Jesse's videos, like some of her biggest videos too. Like like I'm telling you, Jesse really tries and Jesse reaches out. So like during this time, I just want to stress, keep your eyes on Jesse's channel. Keep your eyes on Jesse's content, like support.
And a lot of
her as
people
much
are
as you
like
can.
really dedicated to being awful to Jesse. Like,
Yeah.
it's yeah. As someone who's been like at several points been the main person dealing with the comments for Jesse. Not always. Miranda often deals with them too, which is why I find it really funny when people like decide that Jesse's like awful for deleting certain comments, and I'm like, it wasn't Jesse. It was Miranda and I. But like, sure.
Y'all don't know Jesse gender? How do you know me and you don't know Jesse gender? Jesse gender, that's literally the tag, Jesse gender.
Queer Theory asked if I have any recommendations for books on asexuality and or aromanticism. That was directed to both of us. I don't. David J. Bradley would. I would suggest watching their videos on the topic, both just because David's video is really good, but also because David has a lot of resources about the topic that would be like discussed or recommended in the video. So that would be the place to go, I think. I also would really recommend looking up remember her last name? Give me 2 seconds, see if I'm remembering it correctly, because I don't want to mess it up, you know? People's names matter. What am I thinking of? Yasmin Benoit, who's a ace activist and just like a really, really, really cool person. And she also talks a lot about the like issues with racism in the queer community in general. So there isn't a lot of black queer ace people that get listened to enough, and I'd really recommend Yasmin.
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you, like I couldn't even say one, so yeah, take Aeronauts. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Like there's shows I could recommend, like, but there's I couldn't even recommend a channel.
I guess if we're talking about like fiction, I really enjoyed Heartstopper. I think it's really good. I think it's often critiqued in ways that are completely bullshit and unrelated to the actual show. And it has a lot of ace representation, and the author is ace themselves. It also has like a really well written trans woman in the main cat. Like it's a very queer show, but it's a very queer show with like some really sorry, I'm confused on this puzzle that I'm trying to do.
It's fine. Oh, a donation just hit.
Okay.
Thank you to silly little fellow. Thank you so much for being a cool person in these times, donating enough to build a bear. Build a bear axolotl plushie. Thank you.
Sorry. I'll put it in the channel. David J. Bradley, not G. Sorry, that was probably on me fumbling my words. Yeah. But yeah, that's who I'd recommend for. And I know I'm forgetting the names of the books, and I can't recommend them personally, but David recommends a couple of specific books that are good on the topic. So, and I trust David more than most human beings in this planet.
La Petite Sarais. Hi everyone. Hi Valia. Hello. What's up, Valia? How are you? Oh, Valia. I remember. How are you? How are you doing, Valia? Valia is someone who we helped on the community tab and everything.
Oh, awesome.
How are you doing and everything? How's life? I don't want to leak any information, and I don't want to, but you doing well? You doing okay? And I want to say, all those community tab shares and everything, the people we helped on the community tab, like some of them have literally gone on to like go like rent a house and like somehow find a job, like find community around them. Like I'm telling you, sometimes it takes just like a little boost, and like it's helped with some. It's helped incredibly so with some. And if we're making that difference with some people in the world, like I'm happy, you know. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. That's y'all. Like that's not me. Like I donate sometimes, but like I'm not the richest person. So like a lot of this is crowdfunding. A lot of this is funding from the channel. So like thank y'all for helping people.
One of those things was on board. No. No, this isn't going to happen. USM Valor. Come in, Valor.
Yeah. So, and just last thoughts on Heartstopper. It's really lovely show and book. I like both the book and the TV show, the adaptation. The TV show adaptation adds a lot to a lot of the side characters. But both works as a heads up, cover some very, very heavy topics, including like really well, but like eating disorders and one of the main characters has OCD and it talks really well about that, and there's so little good mental illness representation that it is nice when I see some.
I need to tap back in with you though, Lilia. I'm happy you're doing well. Lost Futures, Tirrrb Chopper cosplay when. I'm cosplaying Nezuko for Halloween. I mean not Nezuko, Tanjiro. Once the 22nd hits, I'm gonna order that Halloween costume and then
Nice.
do the next video as a Tanjiro dog.
Yeah, Pen and I were gonna figure out some sort of like monster look. We're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
We
see
should
Halloween
go.
next weekend. So if you wanna come
Yeah, we
along.
should. No, yeah, I'd be down. If it's next weekend, I'll have my check by then. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was hoping to be done some work for Jesse by then, but then I got sick, so money. If you feel like donating, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tirrrb Chopper.
Yeah, I definitely agree that the ace representation in sex ed is pretty mixed in quality. I don't know Heartbreak High, unfortunately. I'm trying to think of any other good like ace representation. There just isn't much out there.
Have you played Elden Ring, Aeronok?
I have, yeah.
One said I'm dressing up as Princess Rani from Elden Ring.
Oh,
I don't know who that
cool.
is, but
Princess Rani is like this puppet girl thing. I don't know how to describe her, but visually really cool. I would say that dressing up as that would be really, really, really fun.
yeah, share the link here because in the middle of like my uploads, I like to like center like one person and be like, oh, this person needs help. So please give me the link because I do keep like a tab. So please throw it in there. I need a simple Halloween costume. You could just be Luffy, like just put a straw hat on. That's what I did last year. I just put a straw hat on. I just got like a sweater jacket, like the sweater thing, and then you rolled up my sleeves, rolled up like my sweats, and Luffy.
Square Symbols is asking for simple Halloween costumes. Also, hey Square Symbols, hope you're doing well. Simple Halloween costumes. I mean, you could go really lazy. I don't know why this popped into my head, but I was thinking of the scene in have you watched Community? You know the Halloween episode where everybody gets turned into zombies? Anyway, Troy and Abed have these like ridiculous like over-the-top alien costumes, and then Troy just like runs off to the bathroom and he's like, I'm a mummy, and he's just like wrapped toilet paper on his arms and nothing else. And I don't know why that's what I thought of when I heard simple cosplay really fast. Because like that's, I mean, that is what the scene is. Yeah, but more seriously, Sexy Vampire's a classic. Like, I think if you can just, genuinely, you can just go for, like, gothy vibes. If you don't own that stuff, you can probably find some goth-looking clothing at the like Value Village or whatever.
Yeah,
your local
right at
store
your
is.
Of course, it's at your Value Village. The conservatives throw that shit out. Like, find it.
Go
Go find it.
Go get some goth shit and wear it, and then yeah. Once you've done that, I recommend getting some teeth and then doing a little blood effects. Some red acrylic paint will do you just fine if you apply it right.
And it's always like $7 at Value Village. Like, it's always like really cheap. Hair paint is also really cheap at Value Village if y'all are looking at that. But it's that type of hair paint where check your hair type if you're 4C so please check your hair type and everything. But there is cheap hair paint for 1A hair. It's pretty easy to put in, wash out. Also, remember Value Village when there were costumes for like when there used to be costumes for like $15?
They still have some like that now, because you can get like used costumes and stuff. They started doing that where they take in costumes.
New donation from Lisa. Oh my god, I have to read this. By the way, guys, these donations are literally helping me fund my editor, my channel, and myself. So I'm telling you, I live off of y'all.
Yeah.
Which is wild. I know you said you don't save lives, but if you don't mind me asking if you could please save this one. What? That's so... Lisa, I will shout that next video. There's gonna be a video out this Friday, and I will get that in my community tab. You have my word, like it will be there. It will be there. But please link it because I'm not seeing the link yet.
Sometimes it's probably got caught by the automatic moderator.
Message it to my email, dangtheob@gmail.com.
DENG.
Yeah. I just wrote it in.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sexy enough to be a sexy vampire. I don't. Come on, no. Nah, that's a mindset. See, sexy is a mindset. I don't know.
Who said that? Who said that they can't? Trust me, you can. If you want to.
I don't know.
SG Ishimura, come in. Do not open the escape pod.
Extra growth. Khaki shorts, white shoes, white t-shirt, and green sweater vest. And you are Doug from the cartoon. Fulmore is a cool last
Someone asked
name.
a potentially dumb question. Can you dust your hair with chalk for a white hair costume? Theoretically, yeah. It's gonna be so messy. It's gonna be awful. You're gonna look like Dandruff Man.
Yeah.
Dandruff superpowers activate.
Please don't.
Wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here.
Isaac.
Isaac,
are you there?
Oh, Valia.
Thank God you're alright.
I already have you on my queue. Just message me on Instagram. I'll call you after this. We'll tap back in. I'll see. I don't like helping like this. I know but I don't like helping like this. I like helping like when I could like call or like when I can like talk to someone. I'm like, okay, I know what you need. I just have to like shout you on my community tab, or I have to do this, or maybe I know like some community builders here, because there's like some community builders I know like maybe in like New York or Atlanta or if you live in those areas, I can direct you to, or like be like, hey, there's a lot of programs here in tandem with the money we give you, so there's like more of a comfort. So like make sure if you want me to like shout something on the community page, like I always say email me or message me on Instagram, and that's where I'm usually most active, because everywhere else is overstimulating.
I should come help you organize your Discord into something usable.
Yeah. By dressing as a vampire, you're already going as sexy vampire, trust me.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, true, true.
I don't know why vampires, lesbian vampires. That's it. That's the whole post. Lesbians love vampires. It's just a thing.
You said on the okay.
I thought of a rude joke. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, I did it, Valia. Keep going though, Arno.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, by the way, Valia is the one that did that beautiful drawing that I have as my Twitch profile. That's gonna be used eventually. Just not now because I have to edit some videos. But yeah, thank you, Valia, for drawing that. If I had locks, I would cosplay as Carol from Carol and Tuesday. Carol and Tuesday! I love Carol and Tuesday.
What's Carol?
Beneath the milky twilight. Oh, Carol and Tuesday is literally about. Okay, so there was a colonization of Mars, basically, and there's basically a subclass of humans with robots, and it's an allegory for a bunch of settler colonial oppression that happens. And Carol and Tuesday are fighting against this with the power of art, like with the power of music, and it's beautiful because there's so much black artists in there. They threw so much rap artists in there. They threw so much it's so cultural. It's so I love it. It's Netflix's child that they haven't promoted as much as they should. Really good show.
Netflix and not promoting the art that they paid people to make?
Yeah.
Netflix baffles me. They make no fucking sense. Like, they're so bad at the basic job of just make people want to watch the show they want to watch.
But yeah, put that on your list. I heavily recommend that. But do not Netflix. Do not. Y'all know the method. Y'all know the method.
We can't say the method.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Has there been any new anime or games or anything anybody's been getting into?
I'm trying to think if I've watched any anime lately.
But I want to say anime is coming out at a surprising clip this year. Like, anime studio companies have been receiving like wild funding, but there's still a lot of issues with that. I know there's a lot of animators.
There's a lot of burnout. There's a lot of mistreatment of workers.
Yeah. But I will say, like, the quality of the art for the animators, like, wow, I've never seen such quality in all my years of watching anime. That JJK fight, Sukuna versus Mahoraga, holy, that was just a text. That's art. That's art. That's art. Well, yeah.
We love when art. There's so many shows that Netflix canceled after a season that should have had multiple seasons. The one that I'm most mad about is Mike Flanagan's Midnight Club. I know someone who worked on it, and it's a good show. And also, like, Mike Flanagan's posted like what he would have done if he'd been given the second season that he was supposed to have to finish the story. But Netflix, despite him, churning out most of their most successful horror stuff ever, just kind of fucked them over. So he didn't get to finish the show, and it's like really sad because it's one of those works where you really need the second season. The first season doesn't function on its own. You need the second season. It sets up the second season, and it was supposed to just be 2 seasons exactly, and it tells the full story, and the full story is so beautiful and interesting. And instead what we have is this it's like watching the first half of a film and then it just stops. You're just and we're never gonna get conclusion on it. And that's the one that annoys me the most.
I need to tap into Mike Flanagan. I've always heard about him, but I'm not the biggest. I don't know about Mike Flanagan.
I gotta. We should. You know what we should do? After make this gluten-free samosas, and perchance, depending on if people donate enough, get weed. It is legal where we live.
If y'all aren't hitting 5 dab carts right now, hop off stream. Hit 5 dab carts. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't.
But
I hate how I said that just as the viewer spiked. Oh my god. Guys, that's not what we were talking about. Like for the last 2 hours,
but anyway,
it's been really...
I can subject you to one of Mike Flanagan's best shows. Well, we'll start with Hill House because it's like it's the first. It's a classic. Yeah, we can just have a little binge watch session.
No, I'm totally down. I'm so down. After this next video, I'm basically free for a good 2 weeks. Like I don't have to worry about writing for a good 2 weeks. That'll be 3 videos in a row, back to back, and then I can crash. I'm trying.
I'm kind of really good at original Deadspace. I have like 40 med packs in my safe. Because I've just taken so little damage across the entire game.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I heard Dead Space was super scary and shit. Oh my god.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
Like, I love Dead Space. I think genuinely, if you want one of the best horror video game experiences, play Dead Space 2008, like the original first one, and then play Dead Space Remake, the remake of 2008 Dead Space. And the reason why I say play them in that order is that Dead Space Remake is psychologically horror, like that fucks with you by using your knowledge of the original game against you like a weapon. It's brilliant design. Like, it works on its own, and I think you'd have a great time with the game if you just played Dead Space Remake on its own. But also, you know what we should do, Tirrrb? We should set up that Steam family thing where you can play, as long as the other person isn't playing that specific game, you can just, like, play each other's games.
Oh,
there's lots of games that you should play.
I want to try
Cyberpunk,
Cyberpunk, actually. Yeah, I want to try Cyberpunk.
Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, I have it. So, I also got the DLC, so...
hey,
I'm
playing Dress to Impress right now.
Maybe considering writing a longer analysis of the chance. But we'll see. That'll be a next year thing. It won't happen until I can upgrade my computer to be good enough to capture footage. Because I need a better graphics card for that. And if you like the videos, if you're enjoying the stream, I hate asking for this.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Donate link. Ko-fi.
Yeah, what was I saying?
Radioactive material removed.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted by getting stabbed.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because it's, they've set up a new system, and I think it's actually really, really cool. So I was planning on setting up the Steam family thingamajiggy so that...
Radioactive material removed.
I'll set it with my dad, because my dad and I like playing games together, but there's also a lot of solo games that I'm like, I think my dad would like this, that I own, that I can just be like, play this, you would enjoy it, you'd have a good time. But yeah, that way if you ever want to try Dead Space, either version, you could just play them when I'm not playing them. I do like that they've set up the family thing. It's good.
That I shall do that. I think you just have to link the Steam accounts together through like the
I think
like invite.
I think you just I think you have to set up a little thing, and then it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, and the way it's set up is that like it allows a certain number of counts for one family thing, but everybody gets access to everybody else's libraries. So yeah. Be a good trade. And then I'd probably add pen as well.
Radiation hazard clear.
I don't know how to change my color, like my skin tone in this game. Oh my god.
I was like, what? Change my color. And then you just said the sentence, I don't know how to change my skin tone with no, like, before you finished the sentence, I was so like, what do you mean?
Oh no. We're not doing that, guys. No
What's
bleach,
that
no
one?
bleach time.
What's that one awful person? Something London?
Who London? Oh, Ollie London?
Ollie London moments!
Oh no.
I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
Ollie London. Oh my god.
Oh, I hate Ollie London with a burning passion. They somehow managed to be awful to like every possible community at the same time.
Yeah. Like,
but you're playing Minecraft.
I can't even get into that discourse. I can't even start. It's like unfathomable.
Oh, but you're playing Minecraft right now, right?
Oh, I'm playing Dress to Impress.
Oh, you're playing Dress to Impress. Okay, I don't know how to do anything
Yeah.
for Roblox. I think it's really funny that you're playing Dress to Impress. That's awesome. I got a message. I should check what that message is.
What do y'all think about this, guys? I think this one's pretty good. 3. You have 3 stars.
Are you dressed to impress? Do you have impressive dress?
I mean, look at it yourself. Like, shit. Like,
I gotta put stream then.
Like, look. Club classics. Yo.
Actually, it'll be faster than pulling up the stream.
Oh, it's done. It's already done. It's already done.
Damn it.
The dress selections is done. But we're still rating people.
I love that we can just run to each other's streams.
This is Aeronock, by the way, guys. This is Aeronock.
I hid behind you. I got more out of the way of the camera.
Yeah. They should be able to see the. Oh no, the dress to impress is there. You have to go here.
Hi, I'm going back to my stream.
Yeah.
Oh, I should close this door.
This one's pretty good. 4 stars. 4 stars. I like the faceless. The faceless. Someone said hi, Aeronock.
If you happen to have both streams up, you would have just seen me run across the streams.
I like the fit. I actually do like the color too. Like, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna give that one a fight.
The part you're looking for.
I'm gonna give that one a fight. I'm gonna fight.
I'm reading massive
I'm
damage.
looking for
So you
ammo.
may need to find an alternate route to get there.
Oh no, this one's giving. I love the ankle bow.
The combination of you talking about like nice outfits in Dress to Impress with me looking at like horrific mangled bodies in Deadspace is the funniest possible combo. This one's really giving. It's giving dead corpse. It's giving rot.
It's giving
undead.
Yeah, it's giving like underworld, like next life, like purgatory, like
It's giving worse nightmares.
Oh my god. I did not win. I lost. I do not know how to change my skin tone. That's
You're gonna have to look up a tutorial. It's gonna be like a 12-year-old being like,
yeah.
"Hey guys." It's,
And those
Crunchwrap
12-year-olds be getting like
Supreme here.
million views on YouTube too. Like those 12-year-olds be bringing in like.
I know.
I feel like wow.
It actually makes me, as someone like I always worry about kids, like any kid, being online in that way as a creator. I just think it's so dangerous. I think about the stuff that you and I have dealt with, or Jesse's dealt with, and I'm just like, imagine having that as a kid. Like, just how much that could, like, really fuck up your life.
Yeah, that's the TikTok's doing that right now along with the younger
No,
content
it
creators.
like does. It does worry me. It does worry me when I see kids creating content. I'm always a little like, do you know, like yeah, just. And the other thing too is that like anyone can access it. Anyone can be in a comment section, and yeah, unfortunately, I know of instances where like people have used that to be super creepy and awful, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, someone has to know how to change my skin color. Someone has to know my skin color changing time.
I feel like it sounds so weird if someone came in and one can only see me. On my stream. Tirrrb is trying to play Dress to Impress on their stream.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. I found it, though. I found out, so I'll stop saying it. This is amazing. Okay, gymnastics. I want to do Brat. I want to do Brat.
Like Charlie XCX Brat theme?
Yeah. Like over... Like lazy gymnastics fit. Like, you know when you just show up to gymnastics and you got your bag with your oversized hoodie and your oversized joggers, yeah. It needs to be bright green.
Isaac, I'm tracking your position, but it doesn't look like I can reach you. This damn ship.
Don't sleep down with EJs, put it on repeat key.
Made it to the bridge.
I'm in the club, yeah, I'm puppy Nick.
These poor
He's fine, hot girl.
That
I'm going
that
to
album,
ride all door
I
lock so
have.
you can get to the engine room. I'll try and catch up with you there.
I love it. I love that album.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to it way too much in the last couple months.
Mm-hmm. Is there a Dress to Impress for like Max, or is this only like strictly for femmes? Because I'm noticing like where's the dude designs? Where are they? Well, I get it if this is strictly for femmes, because like yeah, like make your game. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just wondering, like, is that the case, or am I not looking at the right places right now?
Yeah. There's probably some way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
At least I would assume there's a...
Yeah, would hope. Would hope.
One would like
to. You can be a man, but there are way less options. Obviously, they don't dress to impress.
I need to speak with you. My name is Terrence Kine, Dr. Kine.
Okay.
Listen to me. There isn't much time.
How's Deadspace going though?
I have a crush on it.
There is a better use for it than just running away.
I'm really good at this game. I'm basically like just sprinting through it.
Greater than you can imagine.
It's also just like easier in some ways than Deadspace Remake.
The planet will never
It's kind of
stop,
funny to come back
never
to it.
rest unless the marker is returned.
I should have played it on hard. I was like, oh, I'm streaming, I'll put it on the regular difficulty, you know, it's probably the intended design difficulty. And I'm like, I should play it on hard. Because I've mostly only died to, like, to environmental hazards or making one very specific silly mistake multiple times. I made it twice. Which was running around a corner instantly into a swarm of these like little things that jump onto you and you can't use your weapons while they're on you. And you have to tap E really fast to get rid of them. But if a bunch of them get on you, you just die.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Or have you? But you said you're getting through it, right?
Oh.
Like you said, it's light work.
Yeah. Though I just got smacked in the side of the head with explosive. That hurt. But yeah, I'm pretty close to the end. I think I'm on like chapter 9 or 8 of 12. And I started this today at chapter 5? Yeah. It does take something out of it when you like know the game pretty well. And I beat it on stream last year, and I just like wanted to play it again as a little Halloween time. One of my favorite games. Because in my opinion, Deadspace, really good.
This is Commander
Hot take.
Catechin.
Hot take. One of the most popular horror games of all time.
Not a drill. Hostiles are
It's good.
alien. Repeat, alien and extremely dangerous.
Oh God.
All
I gotta
personnel
do
have
this.
weapons ready and fire at will.
Yo. Okay, I think we're gonna win that one. I think we're gonna win this one. Everyone's going pink. No one. Come on, guys. We need some originality. 3 or 2. I'll go with 3.
I remember last time on stream when I did this shooting gallery thing, getting really annoyed that I couldn't get it. Because it kept being like one hit off on the final stage, and you get like a really good reward for it. Do it right? That's round 1.
This person is Spider-Man themed, and literally death dropped into the. That was so hard. Like, that's such a hard. This one looks like a K-pop star. I like this one. What's your ETA? What's your ETA? What's your ETA? What's your ETA? I love that song. I will say I have a very complex relationship with K-pop because K-pop does do a lot of appropriation, and it's inherently appropriation, and the way it evolves is appropriation. It evolves with black culture, like beside it. But oh my god, what's your ETA? What's your ETA? You know, like when something's good, I just
My girlfriend's really into K-pop. So I've listened to a lot more of it in the last year or so. And there's a lot of really good stuff in there. But yeah, no, there's definitely that history. But I think that's kind of just a general issue with pop. Like, I don't think it's unique to K-pop. I think it's an issue with pop music in the West.
Yeah, like look
just
at Billie
as much.
Eilish. Like Billie Eilish's whole thing
Billie
is
Eilish is like totally just trying to, like lately especially, like look like a very specific idea of black masculinity, and like there's a way of presenting as a butch lesbian that doesn't require that type of appropriation. Just is, and yeah.
I lost again. The K-pop star one. I got last? No way I got last.
No, that's so bad.
I'm gonna change my skin tone. I'm going undercover now. Like no way. This is racist.
I wish I was
Sorry.
surprised.
Not even 1 star? Come on. No one put a star for me. I thought the outfit was good. Am I out of touch, guys? Am I?
No, that's definitely
Am I on
racism.
to you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you got no stars, and is there any other black ones?
There was like light skinned models, and like you could say that, but like that's like Hollywood acceptable.
Yeah.
Ambiguous.
It's giving Hollywood colorism.
Yeah. And I'm not saying Hollywood black people are not black. I'm just saying they're propped up to be a certain type of. The theme is police officer. We're leaving. We're done with Dress to Impress forever.
What the fuck?
We're done. Dress to Impress, you disappointed me. Please? Come on. Got New Jeans stuck in my head. Even the whole chat just screamed, "Oh hell no!" when they saw.
That's awful.
Oh my god. Got New Jeans stuck in my head now. I dig the monochrome. Maybe go for honestly. Yeah, we'll do Dress to Impress again in a little bit. I'm just gonna take a little before I talk to the chat. How are y'all doing? How's chat? How's chat? Oh, I also need to read donations if they happened. I didn't check that. Something you have to do when you're streaming.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
What's your ETA? What's your ETA? What's your ETA? What's your ETA?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do level 5. I'm gonna do it. God damn it.
Go on. Go what?
I'm gonna do it.
Snap. 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 Police officer and you dressed in all red Adidas like a middle schooler. Oh my god. No, for real, the undercover police officer is. I'll put on a snapback. How you doing, folks? How you doing, fam? Yeah. Do you know if there's any dank in this area?
Any dank?
You know, that dank. You know, I'm trying to get my hand on some of that dank. I heard y'all knew about some of that dank. If you could tell me about it. While holding out their chest, or pushing their chest out. He should have dressed like a pig from that theme. He is a good, is an okay pronoun, because I like using any, because my complex with gender is complex. But please try to mix it up sometimes. That's the first time I've said that on stream. Whoa, look at me standing up for myself. Yeah,
good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Mm. I'll give you all my stars. Thank you, sir. Undercover police officers like, oh girl, you need a new cover to go on. Oh my god, it has to be bald. Very valid. No, don't apologize. Please don't apologize, because I do not. I also don't express as much as I should, if that makes sense. And because I am still coming into my own identity, and I cannot. Like, if I spoke about it a year ago, it would be entirely different than I would now, if that makes sense. And I do not know a lot. So, experimentation is fun. Yes, I am Sudanese. I'm Southern Sudanese, Dinka specifically, from the Dinka region. Well, from the Juba region around there. How could you tell? Are you North African? All North Africans can tell. They take one look at me, they're like, you're Southern Sudanese.
That's so specific.
Yeah. Because Sudanese are like one of the biggest displaced populations, so we're everywhere in North Africa. So it's like, yeah. So everyone kind of knows the face of the Sudanese refugee. I knew it too.
This is so hard. I'm gonna do it, but it is so hard. I'm always like 1 to 2 off, and you have to be perfect. You have to hit every single target. And like, the controls are just not well built for it.
What's your PTA? As a Nigerian, Sudanese have a very distinct look. I hate that. I hate that euphemism. Distinct look. What do you mean? Are you trying to say that I'm Eurocentric? That's what they always say. They're like, your distinct look. You guys are so Eurocentric and tall and slender. And then it gets all weird sometimes. It gets weird sometimes. I'm like, what? Why do you love my body more than I?
No, I missed one again! Ah! This shooting gallery is agony.
I'm actually Somali, but I clocked on because only Southern Sudanese people have faces so amazing and beautiful. I'm happy that you're saying it in a good light, though. Let me say that. I'm happy that you're saying it in a good light, though. And this is a complex conversation, you know? I don't want to... I could delve into this in like a 3-hour video and say, like, we're good. Thank you. I take that compliment. I claim it. Yeah, I understand how weird it could be. Have y'all ever been like praised for like I guess looking distinctly ethnic in like some sort of way that your area like I guess is depicted as?
Unsurprisingly,
Yeah,
I haven't.
Momona said, "Oh my god, hey, I caught a stream. People think I look more Russian than it's Valor." Yeah, yes, it's very weird square symbols. Yeah. The one good thing about posting cosplay videos is that bigots will call me a man no matter how many femme I dress. Thanks for being an accidental ally, I guess. Because I am part Russian.
Okay.
I didn't know you were
Got the
part
power
Russian
now.
last
I
few
did
years.
it. I did it.
Yes. Literally all the time as a Somali. A teacher said that my people look strange. Yeah, there was a big spike in tandem with that one movie, Captain Phillips, with Somalian representation specifically. Yeah, a lot of my Somalian friends went through it too, like the "I'm the captain now" jokes and everything. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. Kemi Mac lore. I hate when people tell East Africans their facial features are Eurocentric. I hate it so much. Right? Right? Like and that's the way people compliment. So it's out of love. So I'm like, I take this, right? I take your love, but I know there's something underlying.
It's like
there
it's
where
got the
you're
same
not-
vibe as
yeah.
like, you don't look trans.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay, what do you mean by that? Okay, good.
Mhm.
I think I got everything I can get from the game gallery. Yippee! I did it.
We
You
hide the
found
Russian
me?
side, lol. But it's so weird because people clock it. It's like you calling me like. That feels like that subtle racism that's still kind of gross. Yeah, your people look strange. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Features aren't Eurocentric. Standards are. Yeah, Bellamy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bellamy,
Yeah.
by the way.
Hey, Bellamy,
I
how you
love Bellamy. Bellamy, big auntie of the channel, has helped
We love
a
Bellamy.
lot. Yeah. By the way, Bellamy, we're in a way better place now. I'm sure you've seen all the video essays posted. Like I've been working. I've been like, I'm sorry I haven't like tapped in and like told you like I've been doing good, but I've been doing well. Thank you. Because Bellamy was also one of the people that really held me behind the scenes, like going through it, like that whole home invasion arc, all the way to kidnapping arc, all the way to.
There's been so many arcs. There's been too many arcs. No more arcs.
Yeah. It's been stable now though. For the last 4 months, like nothing. God, I can't say nothing horrible because I'm a refugee, like, but like hasn't
Yeah.
been life altering horrible. Like
No,
they
it's
have
been like
been in the past.
rough news type stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, there's a giant guy in my face. Leave me alone.
By the way, the secret project I'm doing, making 3D images of your Minecraft skin so you don't have to use them. Oh my god! Okay, link me immediately. You don't owe me an apology on that, you're doing okay. I don't watch video essays anymore, but I've just seen you posting. Oh, I love you, Bellamy. I love you, Bellamy. One day we're gonna link. One day I'm gonna link with you and FD and all the king people. Like, when I get enough money from this YouTube channel. I will fly down and I will hug you myself, my full arms. Now is the Elbaf arc. Yeah, it's the when Thorfinn was done going through all that traumatizing stuff, and then had to be a farmer. That's how I feel. I'm like, you just went through all this trauma. Now be a video essayist for the rest of your life. Oh.
Mood.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah,
having
exactly.
PTSD.
Airnock feels me. Airnock, a lot of the same situations, a lot of the same bigotry. We literally grew up in the same type of area, same prairie
Yeah,
area.
it's like, I want to be clear, it's not all the exact same. Obviously, I don't have certain experiences as a white person, and I would never try to claim that it's the same as them. But there's a lot of parallel experiences that we've both had, and in the case of queerness, identical experiences in some spots.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Have y'all been watching One Piece lately? One Piece has been Kobe's animation, Kobe's arc, Kobe's. I don't know. I like how they're handling it with Garp, and I like how they're still situating the Marines as some kind of, still situating them as evil. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like when stories like right turn all of a sudden and just like be like, oh, we have to stay with
The cops are
like,
good
no.
now.
Yeah, yeah, right. And it's like, oh, Kobe will radically change the cops because Kobe is this character that, no, Kobe is just as complicit. He just has a good heart. That's like the storyline,
yeah, it's
right?
it's the more complicated. Like, having a good heart doesn't change the system you're a part of, and it doesn't fix the problems.
Bellamy said, no, I don't watch bad anime. Bellamy! One Piece is a bad anime? Why?
I
That's
just don't
like
watch
the
it 'cause
first.
it's too long. It's
Yeah.
too long.
I finished Naruto in 2018, and then I was done watching long animes. I edit a lot, so like I have time to like put anime in the background. So I'm definitely in a more fortunate situation where I can consume media at a higher clip. So like I literally am doing my third One Piece rewatch, and I'm already all the way at episode 1,200 in the last 4
Third?
months. Yeah.
Third?
Yeah.
Add some more shows to your list.
Yeah.
1,200 episodes in.
I'm doing a video essay on One Piece though, because I haven't seen people tackle it. Yeah. Well, I will say Lost Features has tackled it amazingly well, but I haven't seen people tackle like the
thing you want to talk about.
Yeah.
That's always the big thing. Is it's not necessarily about has anyone ever talked about this before? It's has anyone talked about it in this way, in this specific form, and covered these angles? And, No, definitely. It's like it really comes down to the specifics. Oh, I did.
No.
That's not much I could do. It's just like bajillion Speed Boys.
I watched Full Metal Alchemist 2003 for the first time, and it was dark. I haven't watched that version. I only watched Brotherhood. But
both
I liked
are
your
really
take.
good, but yeah, 2003 is it goes some places.
Like, I have ADHD. I don't know if I can do all that without locking in too much and ruining my life. Yeah. I kind of, when I, like, fixate on something, it's kind of beneficial to me because, like, I could just write a script about it. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't want to push my same work stuff on you guys. But fun animes to watch just for enjoyment, I'd say Hunter x Hunter. Go watch Hunter x Hunter. Go watch
I do like Hunter x Hunter despite its issues.
Oh yeah, the clown Hisoka. Watch out for Hisoka. Hisoka's a metaphor for systems of power that inherently leech on potential, but done in such a way that's
It's homophobic.
yeah
and weird.
Yeah.
But also just the sexism.
Yeah.
And also the rape bugs.
Yeah.
Which thankfully the anime like cuts out a lot of that element of the chimera to some extent, but it's still kind of there. But in the manga, I looked it up, and it's a choice.
It gets It literally it's like 8 pages of text in detail, and it's not good.
It's one of those shows where it's like I really like certain arcs, but boys, there's some decisions in spots that are a lot, especially as a woman. I'm like, I don't know about that choice. I don't know about that one, but.
And a lot of anime, I'm not the most informed on Japanese nationalism and stuff because a lot of anime perpetuates an aspect of the Japanese nationalism where you might conflate it with Western nationalism, like with the belief in the system, right? But it's inherently different, and I want y'all to think about that while you're watching anime sometimes. Of like, in Ranking of Kings, the way they portray Koreans and all of that. Is in tandem with a lot of very degrading stuff that I did not even know until I watched a video essay on Ranking of Kings. Then I was like, holy fuck. Like, yeah, like...
Yeah, there's a lot of Japanese nationalism and pro-monarchy stuff in places, for sure. It depends the anime, but some of them...
But it's no different than like watching Avatar,
it's
and
like
then Avatar being rooted in.
It's like any mainstream sort of pop culture thing. It's like, you know, how media in U.S. and Canada is often pro. Why am I getting damaged? Why am I getting damaged, game?
Yeah. Like how Avatar is a metaphor for colonialism, like what Tibetan colonialism, was it? Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Tibetan colonialism, but it's a metaphor for like that Asian colonialism over there. But it always goes back into liberalism of like, oh, we just have to believe in this. Like Aang just had to restructure the system and become the good president, you know, like the good leader. And it's like, no. Like sometimes remember to question the things you watch. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I love Avatar, by the way. That's like my favorite cartoon, but yeah. Still have to question the things you watch, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, so for Hisoka and the homophobia, Hisoka is coded in a very specific way and also often shown to be like lusting after men in weird ways and shows no interest in women. And so like it's a mix of like old school homophobic framing, especially I don't know if the original Japanese voice actors were directed the same way. But the English VA for Hisoka is definitely doing... Oh, he's doing a gay voice. You know, he's like... It's that specific, you know, Hays Code era style homophobia.
Yeah. Yeah. Gone. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
It's giving homophobic Disney villain energy. But I want to point out that, like, what we're discussing here, this is the type of shit that happens in Western media a lot too. So this isn't an anime issue. This is just a popular media that is made in you know, any neoliberal imperial state. You have to just kind of be thinking about that as you watch it.
Someone said, but the Fire Nation were the colonizers. Yes, the Fire Nations were the colonizers, right? And that was a good metaphor. Ba Sing Se was a neoliberal state where they were like, oh, there's no war, just look away. And they were like basically telling their citizens like live in some kind of ethos and peace while they were like systemically killing people and all of that. Yes, that is a metaphor for neocolonialism. But the I'm talking about specifically the resolution, like the resolution and liberation.
Which I would say was more shown in Korra than anything, is that he basically makes America.
Yeah.
Like, really, that is what it's coded as. Is like 1920s New York America. And yeah. No, Avatar definitely has an element of great man theory stuff going on with it as well.
hmm United States of Avatar. Exactly. United all the that's what they literally did. They united all the
Hmm.
under one roof. Well, not united, but made diplomatic alliances with the capital in the middle being the specific central power. So what is that? Come on. Is that the United States?
Yeah.
Is that
No, it's like it's also worth noting that Avatar is an American show, but it
Mhm.
yeah, it has the same tendencies because these things are not unique to any of these countries. And I always get concerned when critiquing anime that people will,
You got it?
as with any critique of media from a culture that isn't, you know, the U.S. or Canada, that they'll take it as like they'll take it in a bad way or use it in a bad way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm,
Which is unfortunate.
actually-
It kind of gets in the way of conversations about these things where, like, people take, like, okay, if we discuss, for example, the sexism in
Yeah, you're right. It's not completely one to one. Aang never committed genocide against people. It's not completely one to one. I'm just saying they're fitting resolutions very weirdly. Like it's not one to one. Like we could talk about the nuances, but yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
But yeah, I think sometimes when people do criticisms of anime, they're like, yeah, you're right. Japan's weird and bad. It's like, nope, no, that's not. No, no, nope, no. Yeah.
So Kingdom. Yeah, I love Kingdom. Actually, I'm all the way caught up in the Kingdom manga, and I hope that they find that dude. Who's that? Rengo? No, that's where Rengoku's in Demon Slayer. The dude with the blonde hair with the man bun. I hate him. The strategist. He's been alive for so long. I don't want to spoil, but yeah, Rabuko. Right?
Someone said it's a bad faith critique. What's bad faith about it?
Like, I'm not saying don't watch Avatar. I'm not saying like
We
you
love
know, like,
Avatar. It's
watch-
just-
yeah,
When we critique stuff, it's often out of love. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't find much interest in talking about stuff I hate unless the stuff is like really, really bigoted. That's when I'll be like, fuck this thing. But or when it's weird, like when it's weird and that interests me. Like specifically, Zack Snyder's films fascinate me and how they're bad. Like he's sort of fascinating because he's so politically inept. And so he ends up like through his pure love of aestheticism, creating fascist works of art like 300. But like him in real life, you know, when he gets interviewed by he got interviewed by one of those like far right type gamer gatey ding dongs, and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you racist dickheads? I hate racism. Like, you know what I mean? It's fascinating. It's like fascinating how this man like holds these sort of contradictory things because he doesn't understand the media he talks about, and he's competent, like in certain ways as a director, on a technical level. It's just so he fascinates me. I really like Maggie Mayfish's videos about him. I think he's very harmful. I think a lot of the art that he's made is politically questionable. It would be a nice term to call it. You know, there's a reason why 300 was used to rile up like Islamophobia in American soldiers during Iraq.
The invasion of yeah.
But like the man doesn't understand that his art comes across that way. You know, he's like he wanted to make a feminist film and then he made an exceptionally sexist one, and it's like it just fascinates me. He fascinates me. He's not good, but he fascinates me.
Okay, guys, I'm kind of like this is like kind of my limit. I'm tuckering up. Oh my god, 2 hours. This is the longest we streamed though. Thank you to everyone that's been here. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for donating. Thank you for filming. We got to 14% on the bar. Oh, awesome. I'll probably
Oh,
stream
yeah.
like
I
a
see what you
couple
mean.
times.
Sorry. No, sorry. Sorry. Dude, sorry.
It's all good. But I'll be streaming a couple more times this week probably. Uh, there's gonna be a video Saturday. Aaron Up's releasing a video really soon. Stay tuned for that.
Before the end of the month, probably, if I'm lucky. We'll see.
Mhm. And please go to Aeronox stream because Aeronox still going on. And Aeronox and I literally live together. You know what I'm saying? Like when you donate to Aeronox, you donate to me. Like me and
Yeah, we
Aeronox have
literally
been
just look
literally
after
like
each other, and
sharing
whoever has like
sharing
more
our
money gets the
Patreon
groceries.
funds and like YouTube and AdSense and shit. Yeah, just like get by. But it's been working. Like we've been good. And like thank
Family
y'all
takes
and
care
everything.
of each other. You know, that's just how it works.
Yeah. Aeronox on YouTube. Love y'all. I'll catch y'all.
By Tirrrb stream, you can all just like come directly over to mine if you want.
How do I rate a stream on YouTube? Can I do that?
I think you can technically link it in the chat.
Okay, yeah.
But it has to be you, because otherwise it'll get the automatic YouTube like, no links
like
in chats.
what are you doing? No, with the finger up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably not going for super long though, because we should go get those groceries.
Yeah, soon. Okay, pasting this in. Love y'all. Love everyone here. Thank y'all for staying. There's the stream to Aeronox. I'll keep this live up for like an additional like 10 minutes so everyone can like raid into there. Okay, I'll catch y'all. Peace. I'm gonna come over to you, Aeronox.
You're just gonna come sit down?
Yeah.
Yeah, get over here.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get the
Give me
camera to kind of
yeah.
show both of us a little bit.
Alright. I'm hopping off. I just gotta use the washroom first.
Yeah. There. When they get in here, you'll be able to see them. I was gonna... I need to go get a lozenge, because my throat is starting to bother me. And wildly enough, your voice is kind of important. That's what voice. Where's Kellyanne? Or was he in there? Yeah. I know. I don't know where he is. It's okay. I just thought it'd be fun to show him to chat. Oh, definitely, Random Nerd. Yeah, I think Alan Moore is one of the most frustrating writers in a certain way. In that, like, he's so capable of writing about a lot of things in really, really complicated, nuanced ways and trying to understand people that are different from him. But he really struggles to write women well, and often writes really misogynistic works.
If you can find those parts, I think we can get that shuttle operational again.
Yeah. Oh, crew quarters. Yeah. But I do think he improves. I think you're right that he does change over time as an artist in a good way. Like, should I just buy a bunch of notes? What do I do with my money? Actually, I'm gonna test something. Okay, good. I can just keep. Like, what do I even need resources for? Did I got another gun, maybe? I still want to split my ammo economy more than I already have. I do love the Ripper, though. The Ripper's fun. Maybe I'll get the Ripper after this chapter.
Hi.
Yo.
West. Okay.
Yeah, I think this should get us both in the shot. Oh, I should probably also turn on my lights. I didn't realize I've been just like streaming in the dark the entire time.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's fine. How's stream? How's chat? Have y'all rated? Have people rated?
I hope people came over. I don't know. Who is atting me on the Discord? I will respond to that later.
Remember, guys, Ko-Fi. Link in right there. It's at 12%. Just to go up. Maybe 20%.
That's a lot.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah. My legs are long.
They are. Yeah, it was funny. What about you? You were not exaggerating, but how tall you are.
This game looks cool though.
Yeah, it's
like
great.
a 2000 game. It's
And it holds
really,
up, like visually. I think. Oh, it's the other mini game time. This one's funny.
Entering zero gravity.
Hey Azur, hey Samantha.
Hello, baby. You stop moving. I want to kill you. I can hear other babies behind me. Actually, if you go get the other Sennheisers, you can plug it in and then you'd be able to hear the game audio.
Lisa Henlo was watching him play recently. Very happy.
It's very casual. That is cool. I like that. No, Alan Moore's an interesting writer. He just really likes writing sexual assault, and he probably shouldn't. Okay. Now I need to remember how to play this. Okay.
Starting game. Level 1.
Where's the ball?
I got the forward.
Doesn't matter which one I'll throw it in.
It's here.
I'll show you in a second.
Wait, what would you
We're here.
YMS. Who's YMS? I do not know a
I got-
lot of these artists y'all are mentioning.
We'll just swap.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh. Like basketball.
Yeah. So with telekinesis. The remake definitely takes some elements from Deadspace 2 and stuff. Hi, Killian! Here you are! He's like, you're both in the
Walking
same
the
room.
screen.
Mother, what are you doing? You're streaming? I must get in the way. I like that the camera's just getting little bits of Killian. He went snuggles. He's just a little bit of an attention seeker. He's a baby. He's a big baby.
You always want me to reach so far to pet you. Like, can you come listen? Like,
It's a power move. He's like, you gotta.
He just stands there until. Come here. Just come here.
He's such a Goomba.
Yeah.
based on how I score, it'll jump me a certain number of levels. Do I do it? Unlock any?
Reward level unlocked. Congratulations.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I did. Okay, I do another.
Level 3.
Nice, jumped right to level 3. Where'd the ball go? Where'd it go? No! I'm gonna fail so hard. It's so janky, too. I don't think they include this bit in the remake, if I remember correctly. It's not the same.
Is this an actual game?
So inside the video game universe, there's like, this is an actual game inside the you know, like, diegesis of the universe. And so, yeah, but the ship's all messed up now, but this is probably like a leisure thing for the people on the, yeah, telekinesis ball or something. Zero gravity sport. But I think it's just so absurd. Like, somebody probably was just like, hey boss, can I add like a little silly thing to the game?
It's cool though. Like, and you get points from it?
I get gear. If I get high enough level, I get the, I think I get a power node or something like that. Or like a really good schematic.
And what does that increase?
Oh, it's, power nodes are used for like upgrading your weapons and armor. Nice little weapons and armor.
Level up, please.
Level 4.
I can't believe I messed that up that bad.
There's some bits.
It's okay. Anyway, how are you doing?
My brain from streaming is very... Yeah. I need to lie down for a little bit.
Fair.
I'm doing alright though. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm enjoying streaming. I'm still feeling just, yeah, brain foggy and stuff, so I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be like 100% on my game and edit fast. So annoying. I was like so motivated, I was doing great, and then it was just like the worst cold ever.
We'll get back on it.
I'm just glad that I didn't get you or Pen sick. That makes me happy. It was only me that had to suffer.
Thank you, Aranok, for not contracting me with that.
Yeah, no, that would have been really unfortunate. Thankfully.
I always get some type of sick in the winter though, just because of the season change.
Yeah, no, like I
nothing
think that's
really
what's kind of
else.
happening for me. Season change stuff. I need to start using my light therapy lamp.
It's like your body knows like winter's coming and gears into a depression.
Yeah, well, that's what seasonal affective disorder does do, and I do have that, so. Your body's like, haha, it's time, motherfuckers!
Yeah. Making pastries, but I can still hope Halloween season has been fun.
Oh, that's lovely. I hope that the pastries come out good. What type of pastries are there? Actually, I shouldn't ask because you're in the middle of...
Yeah.
I'm very smart.
Level 5.
There should be a mod that replaces game sound effects with Quake 1 audio. Curious to see how that. Did you play Quake?
I have played through all of Quake 1. I've never played the sequels. I kind of want to play the Quake 2 remake. I've heard it's good from people's opinions I like. So, about those types of games. But yeah, I've never played the Quake sequel. It's an interesting sequel to Doom. It's such an odd little creature. Like, it's where it started versus where it ended up, and the story behind its creation is almost as interesting, if not more interesting, than the game itself. Because like it aesthetically is so unique, and also Nine Inch Nails soundtrack. Nine Inch Nails soundtrack is very good.
Bang.
Bang! 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 Welcome new kitchen gun! I love that video so much. And with that, it's all clean. Cuts to like perfectly clean but shot to pieces kitchenware.
Yeah. I miss those commercials, those goofy commercials.
And now you can get it with a laser dart for nighttime cleaning.
That one with the gravity ball where the guy was like this. And he's like, oh, you can do anything with the ball, and then they start like breakdancing with the ball in their leg, and it's like clearly edited. It's like, Okay, I'm gonna lie down for a bit.
Do it, and then I'll finish a little bit more of this, and then we'll get the food.
We'll get you.
Hey.
We'll get you.
Take care. That's it. Probably need this for editing. No worries. Curious, what's everyone's like favorite boomer shooter?
Unlocked. Congratulations. Entering 0.
Level 6.
I really like Dusk. Dusk was great. What else? Just really good ones from the last couple of years. I tried out that Warhammer one, but then I hit a point where it's like level design was completely incomprehensible. It had all these teleporters and they didn't make any sense, and I couldn't figure out where to go. And it was kind of sad because I was really enjoying the game until that point. But truly, it was just incomprehensible section. I still need to play Ultra Kill. I would say Ultra Kill counts. I mean, Doom is an incredibly fast shooter. I think a lot of people forget like how fast Doom plays. So boomer shooters are more of a style than anything else. They're kind of, yeah, anything that's very Doom-like. They shirk a lot of the modern sensibilities of of FPS shooter design and go back to more of that 90s style. And I find it really interesting.
Exiting 0 gravity.
There's the power node.
Entering
level?
0 gravity.
Okay, it's just like, yeah. We're good. I got it done. I hate these minigames.
0 gravity.
But they're necessary for some of the best rewards in the game. Hi. It's a good try. Not gonna work on me. But yeah, Ultra Kill would be more of a speed shooter for sure, but I think it still counts. I think it still counts. Enchained. I haven't heard of that one. God damn it. Very professional. Very well set up. I know what I'm doing. There we go. That's better. Oh, geez, Random Nerd. I'm sorry. That sounds awful. Your dog gonna be okay? Sorry that happened. I'm going to bookstores during October news. I picked up. No, not doing this. No. Fuck. I thought it was gonna spawn a lot more. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I knew it would spawn creatures out of these things. Man Who Fell to Earth, the 7th John Carter in a contempt. Nice, Lewis. But yeah, jeez, I hope you and your dog will be okay. That's a lot. Oh, this is the section of the game where she starts singing Twinkle Twinkle in the background, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's go, level 5 upgrade. Rise the Triad is your favorite boom computer? Interesting. I think I tried the like reboot or something, and I did not like it. But I haven't played the original, I think, so I don't know, maybe I should give that a try. Yeah, no, keep safe, please. I'm sorry that's happening. Jesus. Running over here. It is so... the choice to have Isaac hallucinating Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is such a evil little choice. This bit always messes with me. It's even worse in the remake. The remake really steps up the amount of like hallucinatory stuff, and I'm like, I am having a time. But I kind of love it.
What do you cling to when all must seem so utterly hopeless around you? Dr. Cross was a true believer. She had faith. And now she awaits her transformation. A rebirth. Are you ready to ascend, Mr. Temple? Of course you are. Have no fear.
Section.
You will play your part soon enough. Witness the conviction of a true believer!
That is wild, Random Nerd.
They are ready. Take them. Embrace them.
Let me in. Oh, I can hear it. These things are so gross. High explosive die. Yeah, I know that Alan Wake 2 does a lot of messing with fourth wall breaking and narrative and stuff. Let me run, let me run, let me run, let me run, let me run. These things have so much health. I have maximum damage on this weapon. That's weird, it like glitched out and didn't play the animations. I didn't think I'd reloaded, but I have. Leave me alone! Ugh, I don't like these things. Come fight me. They're so annoying. They're all spidery too. It's like sinew spiders or something. Oh yeah, the rifle's kind of eh. I have the rifle mostly as a backup weapon. My plasma cutter's my main. But I didn't want to use a plasma cutter ammo too much. And the thing is that if the more weapons you buy, the less ammo you get for the weapon you want. You know, so if you want only plasma cutter ammo, basically, the best thing to do is just not buy other weapons. But the problem is that there's some enemy types, like the little 3-finger thingies, that having the assault rifle is really useful for. Yeah, the assault rifle is kind of other than that. I was just trying to not waste plasma cutter ammo when I have like 500 in storage of the
Mr. Clark, I really must speak with you. I'm very close to your position, and I know you want to hear what I have to say. I can explain all this. So what happened? When you have the nav cards, I'll let you into the security station. We must talk.
But yeah, plasma cutter is the best weapon in the game, and it's like not even remotely a competition. Why aren't you cutting? There we go. Yeah, the plasma cutter on max is just so good. Carries the game. If you can like speedrun getting max damage on the plasma cutter, you just have a much better time for the entire rest of the game. It's an interesting game in terms of that with the ammo economy stuff. What other stuff have I been up to? I must have just been editing the SLTV Glow video. I'm really excited about it. I think people will really... I think the video's gonna make a lot of people cry. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm really proud of it. But it's definitely one of the more heavy pieces I've done. Yeah, so it's a weird headspace to be in while editing it, but I really like how some of the editing choices have come together. One hard thing is that there's just some shots that I use a lot, because there isn't that many things that represent what I am trying to represent. Okay, I can't... Ammo away, someone failed this ammo. Yeah, I failed it, wow. I hate this thing. It's so awkward. We'll try that again. I hope it doesn't spawn me like way back. I haven't saved in a hot second. That would be annoying. Can't go that way. It did set me back a little bit, but that's okay, it's fine. Save and try again. Yeah, it's I hope it'll land the way I'm hoping it will land, and I hope people will understand what I'm saying with it. Yeah, it's... Let me aim, 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 please let me aim. It's so glitchy. Yeah. I'd agree with that. I also just think that, like, difficulty is all about what gives you the best experience, you know? So if playing on easy is going to give you the best experience, then that's not a bad thing. That means that you're getting to experience the art, you know? And that's why the setting's there, you know? I think somebody that needs to find their self-worth in bragging that they were able to complete a game on a high difficulty, you know, probably doesn't have much else in their life that's contributing to their self-worth. And that's kind of sad. I pity anybody who genuinely looks down on people for playing games on easy mode. As if, like, I don't know, that makes them somehow better. And that's the thing, too, is, like, especially with horror, like, if you're getting scared, then you're getting the experience that the creators probably wanted you to have. That was nonsense. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Dark Souls does have diegetic difficulty settings. Like, truly, anyone who says that, oh, you can't have Dark Souls, there is. It's called builds. Dark Souls has diegetic difficulty settings. You can't change my mind on that. There is a bunch of different tools and things you can use in the game that increase or decrease the difficulty, and that discourse exhausts me. Like, I also think that, like, the point is to have the intended experience, but, like, if someone's really naturally excellent at something like Dark Souls, then it's, you know, they're not having that supposedly, you know, intended difficulty thing just as much as somebody who needs an easy mode, right? Like, they're not, those are the same experience just from different angles, but people don't care if someone's good at something, you know what I mean? Because, again, I think people who build their self-worth off of, like, I'm the coolest, and I beat the game, so, like, they need that. They need that validation, and I think that's kind of sad. I think it's kind of sad if you need to seek validation by being an asshole to strangers online because they play a game differently than you. You know? And yeah, like, it's just, I think it's a silly metric to and I think it's also a silly standard to hold both yourself and other people too. I don't think anyone owes you playing the game the way that you think they should play it. Okay.
Life support and climate system malfunction. Hazardous condition. Please contact repair specialist.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal of being an asshole on purpose just to soothe your own ego. But then again, I'm not one of those assholes, so I wouldn't get it. Oh, absolutely. Stranger Than Friction. I really do love the sections that use sound against you. Like, sound is so integral to fighting necromorphs. The playing with removal of it does really mess with you. I think, yeah, if you play too many Souls games too close together, they just feel like a chore at a certain point. You're not really getting that, like, feeling of reward. That's what I felt with Elden Ring. I just kind of hit a point where I got bored more than anything. And I just never finished it. And it's not like it's a bad game or anything. I like Elden Ring. But I don't think it ever rises or becomes more interesting than I like it. And I played through Dark Souls 3 again after that. You know? So I had my kind of meh feeling towards Elden Ring, and then going back to play Dark Souls 3 a second time, and Dark Souls 3 is just so phenomenal. I liked it way more the second time. than I did the first time. Knocked him out of their energy. And yeah, I don't know. I think Elden Rings is just too damn big and too damn like meandering. It feels very aimless. And I get that's partly what it's going for with the open world stuff, but I think it kind of loses some of the beauty of it. Like, it gains certain things in doing that, for sure. In that, if you're stuck in a spot, there's always somewhere else to go and do stuff in, for sure. And that's something that Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 don't have as much. But on the other hand, it just feels really unmemorable, is the best way to describe it. I don't know, maybe I'll go back to it at some point and give it another try. Maybe I'll give it another try on stream. But, like, a lot of it is just, like, the same thing over and over and over and over again. You know, similar dungeons with similar bosses, and it's just like, at a certain point, I feel like you need to do more than that with the Dark Souls style game. To keep my interest anyway. And I think that's kind of unfortunate, because it's a good game. I think maybe if I went back, I'd have a better time if I tried a different build too. I did a magic build, and that was like fun to an extent, but think I have enough ammo? For money, I guess? Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is a really nice natural end. I'd love it. I'd love to play. I really want to try Bloodborne, and I'd love it if they make a Bloodborne 2 and don't make it PlayStation exclusive. I think that would be really cool. And I hope that happens. Because Bloodborne 1 looks really interesting, and from what I've heard of its design, I think I would really enjoy it. Yeah, linearity allows for focus and direction. Open world to function cannot have focus. Some games walk the line, but I'm curious if someone can do something artistic with the aimless wandering angle. I think you can. I think you can do a lot of. I just think that, like, it has that problem of if you can go everywhere, then what makes anywhere what it is. Just to make sure that it actually saved. Okay. Anyway, I'm suddenly getting really tired, so I think I'm gonna hop off stream. But thank you so much for being here, and if you enjoyed the stream, maybe consider donating, and I'll see you all later. Bye.